Interesting.
I only took free online courses, Jaffe. I'm not in your world.
Hey, look, man, I had
Damn.
tons of debt, dude. I mean, I paid it off, thank God. I got real fortunate, but I had tons of college debt. It's not like I could afford.
It ain't worth it.
Yeah, back then, I mean, my parents didn't have any money. They took out Pell Grants and loans and all kinds of shit to send me there. And thank God for Twisted Metal. I think it was 2 or 1. I don't know what it was, but when that bonus check came in, we're like, pay it all off right fucking now. Thank God. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad. Let's put it this way. You should be glad I went because I met Sarah's mom, right? So that's how Sarah got created. But
True.
Looking back, shit, man. Looking back, I wouldn't have gone to college. At least not that college. No fucking way. Hey, Anna G. Anna G is in the chat. She knows
And
where
she
the cool...
will smack you back.
Can I tell you what makes me sad? I thought we had a real shot with Amber Lynn Riley of being a pal of ours, and now that she's gone to the dark side,
Amber Lynn Reid?
whatever. Now that she's gone,
The first one was a porn star.
I don't know. Now that she's gone to the dark side,
Okay.
Tech says she's going to go do a show with Keemstar. We'll never get to
Seems
talk to
like.
her. We'll never get to talk to her anymore.
Well, we might.
I like
I
her.
hold good
No, I was
rapport.
going to dress up like Chucky for Halloween. Just
Yeah.
True.
I thought she was cool. I liked that lady. She was very nice and funny. Oh well.
I know you don't like the local people. I
Whoa,
hold good
whoa,
rapport over there.
wait. What do you mean? Who don't you think I like? I like a number of them.
Let's see, the owner of the company.
Keemstar?
Yeah.
I'm ambivalent.
Are you guys now namaste'd?
No, I'm ambivalent on Keemstar. I struggle with the way I feel about him. I on one hand, I had a good experience mostly working with him, and on the other hand, I'm bothered by some of the people he surrounds himself with, and I'm bothered that he, seems really reckless. There's something wrong with the guy, but at the same time, I did have a good working relationship with him. I felt, but Billy, I have great affection for. I like.
I don't. He drinks and drives.
I like who's the Zoltar guy? What's the Rastov?
Zoltar.
Okay.
I like Rastov. Nightmare was pretty cool when I talked to him. He seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Nightmare.
The nerd guys are great.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
So
Best show over there. I still say it.
Should we do a show? Should we have a show?
You can hit live now. We can go live.
We are live now.
What do you mean we're live?
The show hasn't started,
We've been
but we're
live.
live.
What?
We're here. We were early.
This is supposed to be our side behind the scenes banter, Jaffe.
It is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Is
Just
it?
broadcasting it to the who's in chat. I'm pulling it
We
up.
have 2 minutes left before we officially go live.
No, they can hear us.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't understand. What do you mean? What do I mean? We are broadcasting, but we're not actually doing the show yet. You ever go to
You've
a
been
live
exposed,
TV
Jaffe.
taping where the host comes out before and talks to the audience? That's what this is like.
No, Mr. Hollywood.
What?
Have you?
Yeah, what? No, no, of course. Why would
Hey,
me or
common
Tech have
folk.
ever experienced that?
I don't know.
You know the average thing to do on a
okay.
Thursday.
Well, wait a
is to
minute.
go
Wait a
down to
minute.
Springer.
Have you never been to the Grand Ole Opry when they used to film that and put that on TV?
What is that?
Bunny would know what the Grand Ole Opry is, I assume.
I don't think they were. Anytime I've ever been around where the Grand Ole Opry is, I don't think they were ever doing anything. I don't.
Oh, yeah. They used to have a
know if that's
weekly
been a thing
show.
since I've been alive.
Okay, I mean, they
Yeah.
used to have a weekly show,
Yeah.
and they would shoot that in, I don't know, wherever that is, Tennessee or something. Why did Amber Lynn
Yeah,
Reid
it's
get
in-
canceled? I don't know, Locale Illuminati. I'm not even aware. Was it canceled? What happened?
She's always getting
What do you-
canceled.
By who?
America.
Someone, I forget the username, but it was maybe a month or two ago, said, I will donate $200 the day Jaffe doesn't eat for an entire stream.
Hey, you know what, fuckers? Look, I'm not buying your horse shit. I am on Ozempic, it's very hard to make time to eat during the day because you don't get as hungry. And so I'm about to start the stream and I realize I'm a little lightheaded and I need some energy. So I'm eating some. And the show hasn't officially started. You ain't seen the beautiful animations from Bunny Button, have you?
No.
Jaffe's the type of guy who would love a shower beer.
A what?
I lived with a girl that was all about some shower beers, and it's all funny until you get in the shower and there's like 15 beers in there.
Beer can? Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shower beer is a great experience, Jaffe. One day you got a shower beer.
Is that right?
You have no idea what we're talking about.
I don't
either.
even I don't like beer though, so that may be why.
I hate beer.
Yeah, it doesn't taste good to me.
I love beer.
Okay, well
Gives me a headache.
now that the show is starting, my dearest
I'm gonna get beer.
friends,
We're getting drunk tomorrow.
my dearest friends. Now, well, tomorrow is my boy's birthday, so you know.
Oh, we're getting super drunk tomorrow.
We might IRL go pick up his ice cream. He likes this very specific ice cream from Encinitas, and it's deliciously delightful. I think it's called I don't know, something.
Meet us there.
What?
Meet us there, chat. We're gonna say the name of the store. We're gonna be there tomorrow. What's the store, Jaffe?
I don't remember. It's something creamery or something. Okay, let's get started, folks. Welcome, my delightful delinquents, to the best show on the goddamn internet. This is a show that we like to call, where'd it go?
I'm cringe.
You goddamn right. This is Madhouse. Welcome, folks.
Man, I want a shower beer.
I don't know what that is.
Rock.
On a shower.
Is that where you go into a shower and just cover yourself with beer?
No, you go into the shower, you start chugging a 12-pack by yourself.
That sounds like
Yeah,
depression.
you blast like Avenged Sevenfold or Five Finger Death Punch, and you're just slamming down Bud Light or Natty Light.
Juicy Booch, my good friend Kitty Cat, thank you so much for the super chat. The first super chat of the night of many that are coming the way of the show. We appreciate the support.
Hey, Juicy Boots.
Welcome,
Juicy Booch.
welcome, welcome. This is the Madhouse. Tonight, fellas, we are going, if I can find, there it is right there. Well, it's kind of fucked up. Let's just go to the main screen. We are going tonight to be talking about, our main topic is kind of dead bodies, serial killers, how they get away with it, how you too can take tips from the greatest serial killers of all time and become one of your own. I don't think you should, but hey, you know, everyone's got to have a hobby. Everyone's got to have a passion. That's what we will be talking about this evening, but we'll also be talking about some shit at the beginning. Internet Hobo may make an appearance. We may go a little bit extra in case somebody wants to call in and yell at me about something on the chat. But it's good to see you guys. Bunny and Tech, how are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
All right. Well, I'm
Doing
glad we got that out of the way.
I was real mad at you the
doing,
other day.
You were mad at me or Bunny?
Oh, wow.
Mad at you, Jaffe.
Why? What did I do?
The argument we had yesterday. We had a big show.
The
Lots of
other
people were
day,
watching.
yesterday.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Both are correct.
No,
Both are correct.
no, they're
What's-
not.
What's today?
Today is today, and yesterday
Is
was
yesterday-
yesterday.
is
The
another
other
day.
day is 2 days. Anyway, what happened?
We're gonna wait for the first 20 minutes of the stream to go before I say these words. But we'll go on.
All right, fine.
I was just
Oh.
mad at your use of humor.
Oh, we're not doing that again, are we? I'm not getting into that shit again.
No.
What's up, Jaffe? Says Jay Styles. I'm road tripping with my girl Ashley. She's going to hear Madhouse for the first time. Everybody, welcome Ashley,
Ashley.
to the Madhouse. Jay Styles,
Hi,
you better
Ashley.
drive safe with that beautiful lady in the car. Where are you guys
Yeah.
going? Don't give us a specific address, but you go into some kind of fun location like the Disney parks. Where
Is
you
she
going?
alive?
They're going out to.
Oh yeah,
She's
is
all the
Ashley?
bubblegum.
Well,
Yes.
he says Ashley's going to hear it for the first time, so maybe.
Well, you know, a lot of people.
She
that
could be in the
probably
trunk.
traveling around with it. Well, maybe. Yes.
I was thinking about this as I was researching the serial killers, right? And you actually, Bunny Button, were almost a kidnap victim before.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what do you do? Like in the movies, if somebody's kidnapped, they're either locked in a room or they're tied to a chair or whatever. They just, do they just sit there? Like, in the movies, it's like, are they terrified 24/7, or are they like, well, okay, this is going to resolve itself? Or like, I've never seen that.
I know a lot of people who kidnap people. From what I've seen, they like to make them watch like the news with their families, looking for them and stuff. So
Really?
yeah, I
That's
think
not
some of
nice.
them have like hope, and then when it stops being covered, then they have no hope.
So there's kind of a
Like, I
mental
think it goes-
anguish sort of
Yeah.
goal. Okay. What do you think
That's
the guy?
scary.
What do you think the guy that was trying to kidnap you? What do you think? Like, where did your mind go with that? What do you think he thought he was going to do? Was he going to ransom you off? Was he going to kill you?
The dude was like creepy. Like he followed me around the store the whole time I was walking in there, and he kept smiling. Every time I'd look at him, he would like smile really weird. Like he was about to. It almost felt like he was about to say something,
Okay.
but he wouldn't. And I was just like I definitely noticed the dude while we were walking around. I think he was just a weirdo.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
that's
because
the
he wanted to
Vibe I got, and
Right.
I think that's what he was. Yeah, it was just some weird.
So you think he would have
Shit.
probably tried to kill you?
I don't know. Well, the girl that ended up going missing a couple days after my thing happened, and it was the same truck and stuff. As far as I know, like me and my grandma tried to keep up with it as much as
Never
we could, like
heard?
seeing updates, and then it just stopped being updated. And then, like I even searched her name a couple years ago to see if I could find anything, and there was like no updates. So I guess she was never found.
You know that famous picture of that teenage girl and the little boy that was found, the Polaroid on the ground at the gas station, like in 1990?
Oh, yeah.
And it's
yeah,
like,
where they're like tied up.
yeah, and can you imagine being the
Yeah.
family of and it's like you have to assume they're
Yeah.
dead, or, I'll tell you something. I don't know why this came into my mind today, but when we first moved to San Diego, we had a nanny, and, she wasn't legal, but not that I had a problem with that, but I mean, it was hard to communicate with her. She didn't speak a lot of English. The kids spoke fluent Spanish, so they could communicate with her. And it was her first day on the job. And my brother was in town, because we were moving into the house. So there was a lot of crazy, busy stuff going on. And suddenly we looked up and we're like, where the fuck is Sarah? My daughter, right? We could not find her. And it was the nanny's first day on the job. And we're like, oh my fucking God, what the fuck has happened? Has she taken our kid? And has she vanished? Speaking of Sarah. Did I take the chips?
Yeah. Oh, I know you said, but can I just have it?
Take them all. I'm done.
Why'd you steal her chip?
Oh,
She
my
won't hurt
chips.
No, I'm not going to eat them on stream because they get mad at me. Will you shut the door, kid? So it's the first day, and it's like, where did this kid go? And it turned out Sarah had gotten on a little 4-wheel ride along and told Rosa, the nanny, just like, goo. That was what she said. She pointed and said, goo. And they were just walking. The nanny didn't know any better. But in my nightmares, I was like, this nanny has stolen my kid. She's taken her to Mexico. She's going to sell her. And I was just like, how do you find your kid? Do you ever?
God.
I would just I would be in Mexico all the time, just knocking on door. The cartel would probably kill me because I would never give up. I don't think, can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, that happens. That's not like a totally crazy thing to think. Thank God that didn't happen,
Yeah.
of course. And in some alternate path, it happened, but in this path, it didn't.
Yeah.
Thank God I got to live in this path. What do you think about that, Ted?
Gotta chip your
It's
kids.
terrifying.
I don't have a problem.
honestly-
I don't have a problem with that.
SF,
they
should
be able to unchip themselves when they're 18 or whatever. But I don't even have a
Yeah.
problem. If somebody wanted to chip an adult, people go missing. Why not? If they're open
like when
to
people
You should get a
when
government chip.
people
it. I don't want a government.
you always
chip.
see people get like upset about parents that put their kids on like the monkey backpack that's got the leash and
Yep.
stuff, and I think I think I would do that. Like, I wouldn't.
When I took my kids to
Just-
Disneyland all the time, I
Yeah.
didn't squeeze their hands, but
Yeah, but you held their hands at
the end
least.
of the-
But the kids that won't hold their parents' hands, monkey backpack.
There
them
was
kids.
there was an extra 30% on top of the normal exhaustion of just going to a theme park with your kids, because 30% of my day was just never not know where these fucking children are. Like constantly looking and knowing, and you have to. It does. I don't think the world is a scary, dangerous place at Disneyland, but all it takes is one fuck up, and your kid, falls off the roller coaster. I don't fucking know.
I mean, you see videos all the time of people like turning their head and somebody snatches their kid right behind them. Like they're literally right there.
Yep.
People are
terrifying.
Let's get some super chats. We appreciate it. Juicy Booch, thank you for the other super chat. We appreciate it.
Thank you,
Climbing the charts. Juicy Booch is number 3 right now. Jaffe and Tech, you look beautiful. Sorry, Bunny, you got yourself some competition, says Smog. Thank you, buddy. Juicy Booch, thank you for the gift membership. Goes to Mech Dragon. Haven't seen Mech Dragon around in a while. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for that, Juicy Booch. SF, good sir Kevin says, I have mental dysmorphia from constantly beating off to your show. What should I do and will you join? Well, I don't think you should do anything other than continue to beat off, but will I join you in beating off? No. But what is mental dysmorphia? Dysmorphia is like when you have an incorrect view of something, like you have body dysmorphia, right? And that means that your view of your body...
He's got it of the mind.
But what does that mean? It means you think your mind is something else? I don't understand.
His body's view of his mind is distorted.
His mind's in another
view
body.
of his body.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you thought that through. Carlos Hernandez, thank you for the super chat. He says all that fighting yesterday made Jaffe bald. No, it was just getting hot. I know we're going into the fall, which Tech reminded us of earlier today when we were talking about it in our meeting, and he's like, "Oh, it's getting into spooky season." And I love the fall, but in San Diego, the fall ain't the fall. It's hot as shit out there. So I'm just like, and I love putting the Coke cans on my head. I know I look.
You want to hear what I think really happened?
Yes, ma'am.
I think you were trying to cut yourself some fringe bangs and you messed up and you were like, look, let me just shave it all.
Maybe I'm just trying to find something. Maybe it's like, maybe that. I don't even know what French bangs are. But maybe one could argue that, like at the end of Grease, when Danny decides to kind of get rid of him being like a rock and roll dude, maybe I'm trying to get Canty, and I'm like, maybe she'll love me like this. Maybe this is what it'll take. And,
she's going to love it.
I was up all night singing Hopelessly Devoted to You, Canty. I added Canty to the song, but it doesn't rhyme as much, but it's still...
Canty would love your bald head because she'd be able to polish it, and it would just... She'd be...
Juicy Booch, thank you for that wonderfully generous gifted membership. It goes to Jeremy Rogers of the Cincinnati Rogers. Very, very good family. Very tall. Freakishly tall, but they're good people. Thank you, Juicy Booch. We very, very much appreciate it. Anna G gives us some pumpkins in the chat. You goddamn right. I tell you what, man, I love the Halloween. I love the fall. The fall is my favorite season. I love everything about it. I had my first pumpkin spice latte for the very first time last year. Never even had one. I know everybody talks about them. And I was like, because I don't love pumpkin, and I thought it would taste like pumpkin. And they're like, no, there's no pumpkin flavor in it. We say pumpkin because it's like flavors of the fall and spice and whatever. I'm like, really? It tastes like gingerbread is what it tastes like. It tastes like gingerbread coffee, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. Jaffe is in his Seal listening phase. Kiss from a Rose. I love that song, but I'm kind of over it. All right. Let's get started with the show, my friends. Local, let me answer this. What made you decide to go skinhead when you cut your hair? Again, it's not apathy. It's what's the word I came up with the other? I didn't come up with.
Equestrian.
No, that's
My Little Pony.
No, that's a horse. It is apathy, equanimity. In other words, this is easier, right? If you have a hairstyle, you have to work the hairstyle. You have to spend time on it. You have to, and I'm just, no. And this is so fast. You don't have to think about it. No, this is delightful. Delightful. Okay, so here's what we're talking about at the beginning of the show. Let me move this screen over here. Have you guys heard? Hey, oh, you son of a bitch. Canty. I'm about to start the show. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. She says, Jaffe's head. Is that an egg? And then she looks mad, and now she's throwing eggs at me. I did this for you, Canty. I thought that this was gonna win your heart and steal you away from Mr. Canty. Oh well, I guess I lose. Well, thank you for the super chat and the insult. Thank you, Bunny, for throwing them right back at me. Jesus Christ, man. God damn. Have you guys heard, Canty, have you heard of Amy Eskridge? You guys heard of this lady? This is going to tie into something pretty interesting. You probably haven't, but okay. Well, you've heard of Zero Energy. You've heard of the Malaysia Flight 370, all the kind of speculation around, zero gravity propulsion and so she was a woman who was on the forefront working on this stuff. I want to play you a very quick clip about death threats that this woman was getting. All right. This is the clip of Amy Eskridge. It's 1 minute long and you'll come to know very quickly why this is on the radar. Give me a second. There she is up there. Okay, here we go.
Their thumbs. Like, is Amy not going to publish soon? Gah, we've been influencing this bitch forever. Doesn't she know we want her to publish? Jesus. Like, there's multiple people doing that right now. And on the other side of the fence, there's multiple parties looking at each other like...
What are you guys laughing at?
How's the fight against Superman? How's the fight against Superman going, says David K.
Wait, what are you saying?
How's the fight against Superman, Lex Luthor?
Fuck. Oh, you know what? No, let's just not do a show tonight. We're not doing a show. We'll just do this. Look.
Yeah, let's all just say what Jaffe's head.
Canty, thank you for the super chat. David K, thank you for the super chat. Do we not want to talk about this lady, though? Let's not talk about it. Let's move on.
No, we do.
No,
it's good. It's good.
No.
No, we do.
No. All right, listen. This is pretty amazing, actually. You got to listen to this lady. Let's start it again. Let's start the goddamn thing. What do you mean you can't see?
We can't see it.
It's on the Discord, but I'm watching it on the live.
Oh, I see. Let me. Right. Fuck, I didn't make that change.
Remember, you did that.
All right. Okay. Well, don't worry about
watching
it.
On the,
now. Watching
on the stream.
Thumbs. Okay. Like, is Amy not going to publish soon? Gah, we've been influencing this bitch forever. Doesn't she know we want her to publish? Jesus. Like, there's multiple people doing that right now. And on the other side of the fence, there's multiple parties looking at each other like, didn't we tell this bitch 3 years ago that we kill people for this? Is she not listening? What is she doing? She's still doing it? What? We told her we were going to kill her 3 years ago. So I have these two different scenarios floating constantly in my life where I have people being like, do it. You're the one, do it. And then I have multiple people being like, they're going to kill you. Don't do it. They're going to kill you. I have like multiple of these whispers in my ears. I can't even describe it. It's crazy. And then I even have the people that are like, this happens too. They're like, they kill people for this, right? And then they're like, because you're a young woman, they're going to rape you before they kill you too. And I have people digging through my panty drawer, breaking into my apartment, digging through my panty drawer so that I notice. Like, I have crazy fucking threats going.
Okay, so that is her. Obviously, she's a little coked up. Her dad was a very big deal, doing a lot of work with propulsion. And I think he might have even worked for NASA. She was coming up in that world. She was a big deal. She was an entrepreneur in that world. And she was often talking about death threats because she was working on 0 point energy, which would have absolutely collapsed the economy if somebody was able to come along and say, you don't need to pay for gasoline. You don't need to go to war for oil. All of this can be made out of thin air, basically. Okay, so then this was a friend of hers. I'm going to play this. This really is going to build to something really fascinating, I think. And I'm not going to play. It's like another minute clip. But this is a friend of hers, and how she was sharing with him her fear of being killed based on what she was researching.
The break-ins, the attacks with directed energy weapons, and all the rest. As I got to know her, and I kept a very open mind at first. I mean, at first it was kind of like, it was very hard to believe. Not that I didn't give her credibility, but she's telling some pretty incredible things. But she said,
I am showing, you guys are laughing. I know what you're reading. I'll do Picard in a minute, okay? But I am bothered by this because this is fascinating what I'm sharing, and you guys are cracking wise with the chat. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to show it. John Pond, thank you so much. Absolutely. He says, can you say make it so number 2? It's number 1, not number 2. Number
Make
one.
it so, number 2.
Number 1. Engage. Make it so. I love Picard. Picard's awesome. It is why Tesla was shut down. I'm going to keep going because I'm going to assume you guys are smart enough to catch up with this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you.
and I asked her, well, why are you confiding in me? And she said, well,
No,
because of
you
your
can't be.
background.
You got to watch. What the fuck?
I gotta laugh off. I have to laugh off screen.
Oh my!
Unless-
This is the worst fucking show ever. It's like I can't. It's like I'm bringing you breaking news that's important.
Chat, keep coming up with the fucking bangers, dude.
Well,
These fucking
you're a
super
Brit,
chats are
you're not
W
actually-
as
you're
fuck.
not actually
dude.
here.
These are so good.
Okay, well,
Jaffe, I'm listening.
I'm gonna.
And
My
I'm
phone
waiting.
died. I
gonna-
left my phone.
I'm
to death.
sharing my screen so you guys can see it,
Okay.
so you don't have to be little bitches about it.
Oh my gosh, Jaffe.
I'm talking to
Have them call
Tech.
Bunny a
I
bitch.
didn't call Bunny a bitch. I'm calling you a bitch.
I've been watching on the live.
You go in the river. All right, here we go.
Did you
You
fix
said
the
you
display?
guys. That implies
whatever.
both of them.
I was talking about some people in the chat too, Bunny. I don't think you're a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen, please.
Links are pretty incredible as I got to know her. And I kept a very open mind at first. I mean, at first it was kind of like, it was very hard to believe. Not that I didn't give her credibility, but she's telling some pretty incredible things. But she said, I asked her, I said, well, why are you confiding in me? And she said, well, because of your background, and also as well, you're a Brit, you're not actually here. And if somebody like you, I'd need something to speak to somebody like you with your background, because then you would understand the tradecraft that was being used against me, and then realize that I wasn't crazy. Because she said, I can't go to the cops with this because I'd sound like a crazy woman. And then once I believed her, because she was saying the same thing consistently over weeks and months. And, I got into her confidence, and she had my confidence, obviously. And then when I started, speaking to people who knew her both before and after she died, then I realized, there was absolutely no doubt in my mind whatsoever, the tradecraft being used and what was going on. I mean, when you've got multiple people telling you that similar things are happening to them, then, that's like a dead cert.
So, and then you learned that she died.
Right.
And
So she died. What he'll say is what he goes on to say. Let me just cut to the chase. But she had told him, the bald guy, not me. She had told him that I'm not suicidal. I'm not crazy. If I die, be aware something's going on, because I've been getting death threats for the work we're doing, talking about 0-point energy and teleportation and all this shit. She was not some fringe person. She worked in Huntsville at one of the space programs. She was an entrepreneur. She ran her own space program. And yes, she died. They say it was suicide, right? Okay. Now,
Before you hit play,
Yeah.
go back to the last screen.
Hang on.
Because
What screen?
Okay, that's not the last screen. You were the tab with the two guys.
Oh, okay.
Because the guy on the left just looks like the guy on the right without glasses and a wig, but they both look like you right now. Now, bald.
Okay. I want you to, okay. That's really
You're
great.
Bald.
Wonderful. Okay.
Bald is beautiful.
Guys, I'm trying to show you something.
Yeah.
It's really important, and you guys are just not understanding the value of this.
It's tech. I appreciate it.
Yeah, just
Super
watch.
chat the insults, guys.
Just
please.
watch. Here we go.
disclosure is going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama, out of Redstone Arsenal. Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama is the biggest fucking deal that you've never heard of. It's the biggest fucking deal that you have never heard of. And so we need a documentary to drop at the same time that establishes the credibility. Because the fact is that we have deep and wide, extensive credibility that no one knows about, because you're not supposed to know about it because it's in Alabama, it's obscure. You're not supposed to know about it. That's
Okay.
the point.
Now,
Redstone Arsenal,
That's what she says.
Alabama, out of Redstone Arsenal.
That's where it's all going to come from. The disclosure. We've been working with aliens to reverse engineer ships, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, if you were paying attention to the news yesterday, Donald Trump just moved the Space Force to Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama. Okay, so this is not some small fucking thing. This woman was probably killed for what she knew. Yes, she is on drugs, Darth Nugget. There's no doubt. She but she also is again, this woman, if you look up what she did, she was the chairwoman and president of the Institute for Exotic Science. She researched anti-grav tech after graduation with a double major in chemistry and biology. She was an interdisciplinarian and a master of electrical engineering, chemistry, physics, genetic engineering, and nanotechnology. And her father worked at NASA on this same technology. Okay, so it's not like we're talking about some lady who's just out of her fucking mind. She may very well be on drugs. But
a little bit of coke.
2022, she said she was not suicidal and she died. So, and then yesterday, exactly what she's saying, Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama is where this shit is going to go down and where disclosure is going to come from. So do with that what you will. I think that's fascinating. I think it's absolutely fascinating. And I don't know if there are aliens. I don't know if there are, multidimensional beings. There is a hearing coming up next week that we will live broadcast on this channel where they are bringing whistleblowers, apparently with firsthand accounts, to the hearing for the first time. Not people who heard someone say, but they are the ones who actually had firsthand. So we'll see. Or maybe it's just energy that if people knew about this, because apparently the rumor is one of the private contractors, like a Boeing or whatever, are the people who killed her. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, Canty says, I can't hear you, you're too bald. Yeah, okay. I was going to get to Jeffrey Epstein. No. I was going to get to Jeffrey fucking Epstein. Yeah, I've been bald before. I don't know why this is a big deal. Poor, what's Jay Styles' lady? She's listening going, these people just make fun of the smart guy. This is like high school.
What?
Yeah.
The smart guy.
Yeah, me.
No one's making fun of me.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's like, yes, I shave my head. I do it every 2 months because I like to. And again, I know you guys are teasing, but can we just soak in the baldness and let's get it over with? I'm bald. I got rid of the beard. It feels great. I feel like an extra in Lucas's THX 1138. Yeah, it's a deep cut. Fuck you. But, what do you want?
I said he looked like one of those little magnet guys where he's bald and you move the magnets around to give him hair.
That's right.
And that just makes me happy. I love it.
I'm not.
He looks like he's mad. He looks like he's mad about the tariffs on kryptonite.
I should go like, I like that. MK Ness is like, to me, my X-Men. Yeah, I got it. How long? Jesus Christ. Can we? Okay, I'll tell you what. One's in the chat if we want to talk more about me being bald. Two, if we want to get to the Jeffrey Epstein story. How about that? I'll do whatever you guys want.
Boss baby cosplay.
I can push this story to tomorrow. That's fine. I don't have to do it today.
Jaffe
that's a lot of ones.
Go fuck yourself.
This is off the main topic, but I worked at Redstone as a It's not off the main topic. See, even poor Busted Horn Blacksmith literally is on the main topic, and he's confused. This is off the main topic. I worked at Redstone as a subcontractor drilling. It was nerve-wracking, vibrating the ground with bombs everywhere. Yeah. Was it high? A lot of high security, I assume. Okay, well, anyway, let's move on. Because here's what's interesting. Jeffrey Epstein, a lot of news came out today about Epstein. And one of the things to know, Virginia Giuffre, I think is how you say, she was the woman who was with Prince Andrew, very famous photo. She was like 17 at the time. Her book is coming out. She also let people know. And Twitter. I'm not suicidal. She told her therapist, I'm not depressed. If people say I committed suicide, that's not what happened. Well, lo and behold, she also, quote, committed suicide, right? And she's one of the highest profile victims of Epstein. And today, This is what happened. If you haven't been watching, this is pretty fucking interesting. I'm going to show you 2 clips from after the Epstein press conference where the victims got together with a number of government officials, senators, congresspeople, and this is what one of them said. Listen to this. And then another one starts naming names in a second.
And let me announce now, several of us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list of names. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we all know were regularly in the Epstein world. And it will be done by survivors and for survivors. No one else is involved. Stay tuned for more details on that.
Wow.
Because history is watching.
She don't
and
die.
so are the women
Maybe.
who will come
That's what I was
after us.
thinking.
Thank you.
Okay, and then this is what happened after. This is Luna, who is also, she was put in charge of Trump's whole transparency of, the JFK files. She's one of the heads of the UAP tracking things down. She'll be heading, or one of the heads of next week's Senate hearings on UAPs. Here she is after coming out of the Epstein survivor behind the closed doors meetings.
The biggest thing that stands out to me is the victims themselves have stated that this is a lot bigger than I think anyone anticipated.
Wait, why can't I get, hang on, I gotta get this volume up, one sec.
Are obviously the victims themselves have stated that this is a lot bigger than I think anyone anticipated. We are obviously going to be requesting the SARS reports from Treasury, and also following up on that. There's some very rich and powerful people that need to go to jail. I think everyone's been frustrated as to why that hasn't happened before. But it is very much so a possibility that Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence asset working for our adversaries. But also, too, I think the questions that we have is how much did our own government know about it? And so there's more to follow, and I'm sure you'll be hearing from the chairman momentarily. But I do applaud the victims from coming forward, because we heard from a woman who was as young as 14 years old when she was victimized multiple times by Jeffrey Epstein. So that's hard to hear.
Will you sign the discharge petition and ask the discharge petition?
I think that the files will probably be released prior. I don't know why Comer hasn't. I think that he should do it, so it wouldn't even have to come to a vote. But I mean, obviously, I've been a huge advocate, even when I was the only one in Congress calling for the release of this file. So I think I'd be happy to, yes. Thank you.
What do they call for the victims? Do they want those files released?
The victims want information to be out there, but they don't want their personal information, I think, for good reason to be out there. So I think.
So basically, and then the White House, and somebody else came out. I don't have the clip with me, I don't think. Someone else came out and actually said they went to the island with Clinton, and Donald Trump was really good friends with him as well, right? So they were naming names as early as today. And Clinton and Trump were named in some, they didn't come out and say that they officially were molesting them, but they're like, this is kind of what we're going to be talking about. And when you've got Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I think's a nightmare, but she's a hardcore MAGA. When you've got this woman who's a hardcore MAGA, a lot of these people coming out with this are Republicans. And in fact, the White House today came out and said to the guy who's running this, who I don't know if he's a Republican or not, but he's a congressman. He said, they basically threatened him. I think it was, let me just find it real fast. White House threat Epstein. He responds to the Epstein thing and says, I want to find that. I'm sorry, I don't have it queued up, but he basically said, this is a bad thing you're doing and you should let us handle it and you're getting in our way. And there's some kind of threatening language in it. And it's like, what the fuck? Why in the fuck would the White House say that, unless they obviously were trying to keep this to themselves, So this is going to go big and hard and bad. And, Charles Darwin saw the clip I'm talking about when she said the name Trump, all the women nodded in unison, but they also mentioned Clinton. So again, What I will say is nothing's great about this, but I will say what is at least positive about this is the fact that we may be getting into a situation where it's one of the few things that Republicans and Democrats can agree on. Both of our quote teams have really bad people on them. And if this is what it takes, bring all of them fucking down. Snow Dragon, thank you for the super chat, says, what'd you use to shave your head? I'm looking at the Remington Balder. I don't even know, man. Here's how it works. I have ADD, so I don't really spend any time cleaning the blades. So I buy one. It works for about 3 shaves, about a year, and I buy a new one. I don't even think about it. I just buy it from the CVS or something. They're cheap. I don't fucking know. Okay, right. Tiny Taco said the White House said signing the bill, which is what this bill is, to release the information and oversight and all that, the White House said that it would be considered a hostile attack. Right? I mean, White House threat, Epstein. Let me just type in hostile attack and tell you exactly. I can't spell. I can, but hostile attack tweet, maybe. All right. Well, anyway, it's really disheartening. Although I'm not surprised. Is anybody actually surprised? But that's what they said.
No.
Okay. Jaffe, thanks for being a good sport, says John Pano 9. Thanks for not calling me a PDF. Oh, of course not. I would never do that. Okay. So, fuck these guys. I'm waiting for them to fall apart. Looking forward to it when they do. We'll see where it goes. What do you guys think about this? First off, this is the third person I know. Okay, let me kick something off briefly. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt my question to you guys, but let me kick something off very, very briefly. So you've got the woman with the anti-grav that probably was not suicidal, but she was probably just taken out. You've got this woman who was not suicidal with Prince Andrew, with Epstein, who was taken out probably. There's a guy I talked about on this very stream who wrote this book on 9/11 and how he used to work for Air America shipping weapons and all this stuff, and how he was explaining how aspects of it were absolutely an inside job. 2 days later, he was dead, his family was dead, his dog was dead, and it was like he had just published a book 2 days later. And, this idea of powerful people will kill other people to keep them quiet. I think that's always been a thing in America, but it's starting to become more obvious. Like in Russia, it happens all the time. How many of these people accidentally fall out of windows after have criticizing Putin and all this shit? But I just kind of wonder, is it actually working at this point? Like you can kill these people if you want to, I suppose, but we know that they didn't die of natural causes. We know they didn't off themselves. I mean,
but I think that's what they want. I think they want it to be obvious so people will stop being whistleblowers. I think we've had so many whistleblowers come up in the last however many years. It's become popular to see it all the time. I think they really don't care about it being hidden anymore. They want people to know that they will kill you. It's sad to think that when that girl was standing up there saying they were going to make their own list, me and Tech's first thought was, oh, she's going to die.
Oh yeah.
But it's become such a normal thing for that to happen that that's what's happening.
Do you? And John McAfee, who you talk about all the time, probably didn't
John
kill
McAfee.
McAfee.
Yeah, I was waiting to bring him up.
Right. But you don't think, a lot of people, but one of them don't think he killed himself.
No, I don't at all.
And what was his thing that he had the skinny on that you think he was killed for? I forget.
Oh, he was hired by the government to do some like network security kind of stuff, and he hacked into a bunch of stuff and got a shit ton of information. That's what he always said. That's what he was saying was in his dead man switch.
Okay.
When, if he was to ever die and everybody was waiting on it, and I was so hopeful.
It never came out though, right?
No.
And didn't he tell his wife?
That doesn't mean that it didn't exist. It could have meant that it got interfered.
Yeah, it could have came out and they covered it real quick.
And don't you think that, he told his wife he wasn't suicidal, right? Didn't he also say a similar thing?
The day that he died, he had just told her like a couple hours before that he was not suicidal, because she asked him all the time, and she said he was like in good spirits. He was laughing. They were joking when they talked. She said there was absolutely no signs, and he specifically said that he was not. He confirmed.
Right.
And I
Jaffe,
just,
how do you feel about a goal? Robbo in the chat suggests goal to have Tech speak in Spanish for the rest of the episode.
Stupid.
You're telling me that if we get $200,
well, you may as well just kill the episode then. Not because there's anything.
I'd get bits and pieces of it.
I know,
yeah,
but what?
And you kind of know Spanish, Jaffe.
Okay, but it would hurt the show if the donation goal is high enough that it's worth hurting people watching it in the future. Then sure, let's do it. But you got
to put subtitles on the episode.
It's really up to you guys. I would say $500. Tech can do it in Spanish, and I'll make up a language. No, Tech can do it in Spanish for $500. Okay.
All right.
But listen, once, not the whole goddamn series. Okay. But anyway, listen though, seriously. Thanks for derailing me, Tech, though. I appreciate that. That's what a good producer does. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about now. Right. This idea though of, so let's say most people believe that at least some of these people were not suicidal and they were offed because they had information. Well, at that point, let's just say that's a known thing. What do we do about that? I mean, the one thing you got to give Trump credit for is he's made it so the corruption of which he and other politicians, not just him, are pretty open about. And in that, you're kind of backed up against a wall because it's like, okay, you got me. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, we killed the Epstein victims because we didn't want them to talk. What are you going to do about it? Yeah, we're Boeing or whoever, McDonnell Douglas or whoever. We killed this woman in Alabama because she had info on zero energy. What are you going to fucking do about it? You're not going to do a goddamn thing, right? I mean, ultimately,
we've already let these people have too much power that we can't take it back now.
Well, we can, but not without.
I mean, yeah. Everybody's got to be on the same page.
Yeah. It sucks. It absolutely sucks.
Yeah.
He thinks people watch the video on demand, says SpongeBob. They actually do. More people watch that than this. Okay, so yes, I don't know. I'm bothered by all this. I'm mad by all this. You know, but maybe this Luna woman will get to the bottom of it. Maybe maybe one of these fuckers, and it wouldn't surprise me. I'm not being progressive here, but women just seem to be more resilient than men in a lot of ways. Not like in terms of just internal fortitude. I don't mean physically.
Yeah.
And maybe one of these women, even as crazy old Marjorie Taylor Greene, or maybe Luna, maybe Nancy Mace, even though I can't stand her politics, maybe one of them is willing to throw their fucking career away to do the right thing.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
I really doubt when it comes down to it. Yeah.
Do you think the government has mastered like killing people off and like just not being found out about it?
Mm-hmm.
Like you've heard about the heart attack gun, right?
Oh yeah, it's great device.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's terrible, but it's brilliant. If you tell people what it is, if they don't know, it's awesome.
Yeah, the heart attack gun was a weapon derived by the CIA, which shoots a ice pellet or a bullet that has blowfish toxin inside of it. So the little like spear of ice goes out into your skin, melts away, the poison is distributed into your body, causes you to have a heart attack. Because it's just ice, it doesn't look like a bullet hole, right? And because it dissolves, there's nothing to find within the body. It just looks like this guy had a heart attack. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. No, I mean we've been doing a lot of this shit for so fucking long. I mean the worst thing for the powers that be that ever happened was the internet. You know, I don't know if they could foresee it coming, but it'll. I don't know if it'll tear the world apart before it builds it back up. But you know that shit's crazy. Okay, now before we, and this kind of ties into our main topic of dead bodies and whatnot. But before we get to that, do you think you're susceptible? And I ask the audience as well. I mean, probably nobody wants to accept they are, but do you think you're susceptible to an internet scam? Do you think if someone sent you an email or a text message, have you ever almost been or literally have been caught up in one of these? Like a couple of times I've gotten something and I've been like, oh, and like, oh, wait a minute. Like that's as close as it's come for me. But have you guys, you're younger, you're more hip, you're raised around this shit. Have you guys ever come close to falling victim of this?
Not me. Your daughter has, but not me.
What happened with my daughter? What do you mean?
Back when we were living in Vegas, she would go on TikTok and she saw a couple channels that were like, "Oh, we take care of puppies in Africa," right? And it shows like a little scene where it's like a disheveled little foster home for all these dogs. And she's like, "Oh," and at the end, it's like, "Send us money via PayPal to support our foster home for these dogs." And she's like, "I love that I was able to do this. Social media is such a good thing for justice and for the animals." I was like, "Show me the page." And you scroll down, and it's like, they used to do a scam for this in Germany, and you just keep scrolling. It's like this also was like the same MO for them in like the US. And it's like, no, this guy just reuses footage from actual foster homes for dogs.
Oh.
And he puts his fucking little PayPal at the end.
So how much did she send them? How much did she send them? Tell me. I would like to know.
I think it was about $100.
Oh, okay. That sucks, but still.
Yeah, I mean, when her income was like, she got a check for $240.
Yeah,
for 2 weeks of work.
She's a sweet kid. She's a sweet.
She was like, "I want to save these dogs," and then they even said they were like $2 keeps them fed for a week, and she's like, "Oh, so if I give this much, it's like I'm feeding so many dogs for weeks."
Okay, well, so
we demanded it back from PayPal, and they gave us the money back.
So here's the thing.
Oh, good.
There's a woman. This one. Now, I don't know if this is age or stupidity or just she was lonely, but I've never heard one as extreme or as stupid as this. This is coming out of Japan today. An octogenarian, which is what, just over 100? Is that? Or septuagenarian is what, over 70? But octogenarian's over 100, I think. Anyway, old lady.
I thought it was an octopus.
8.
Pussy doctor.
She got swindled out of $1 million yen. And this is why. She got, on social media, an astronaut. Now, this is something, boys. An astronaut contacted this woman and said, literally, "I'm stuck in space on a spaceship right now. I'm under attack. I wonder if she ever thought to question from whom. And I'm in need of oxygen." Okay, so that alone makes you
There's
go.
a vending machine.
Well, it's like, are you playing Dead Space and you need money for DLC? What do you mean you're in need of oxygen? The scammer urged her to pay him online to help him buy oxygen. What kind of
woman.
So it's like if you're stuck in space and someone's going to drop off a canister of oxygen, they can probably bring you back home. Or I mean, or do you think there's a vending machine with like Coke and potato chips and I'll take a can of oxygen. So she fell in love with the guy and she sent she sent him over $1 million yen to basically get oxygen. And then she was scammed out of her fucking money. I don't think the guy has been arrested yet. Old people,
That's
man.
so sad.
Old people, man.
I know. Did I tell you about my grandma? Thought she was in a relationship with George Clooney for like a couple years.
She did
on
not.
Facebook.
Yeah,
she did.
She did not.
Yeah, I think I told Tech this. Yeah, she did. She thought she was dating George Clooney for like 3 years, and she would talk about it. And see, my grandma was a crazy woman. Like, not even like, oh, she's going through, anything. No, she was just a crazy woman to begin with. So she would talk about George Clooney, and we'd be like, she's got to be just like, I don't know, reading one of her crazy old woman love romance. Like, we just thought it was, no, we found out that it was a guy on Facebook, and he knew like everything about our family. She had told him so much stuff. I don't know if she ever sent him money or anything, but me and my sister blocked him, and her not knowing how Facebook worked, she was like, "Where'd he go?"
Was she sad? I mean, was she like heartbroken that her beau had left her?
Well, it wasn't long before she started talking to this guy that was just calling on the phone and talking to her every day, and he was a scammer, and she got all of her information, like all of it.
See, that's
and
why
that guy did know. I got on the phone, and that guy knew exactly which granddaughter I was because she had told him so much that he knew. He said, "You're the loudmouth. You're the one that doesn't know how to shut her mouth." And I was like, "You've told this guy so much about all your grandkids."
And so did she ever, because she died, right?
Yeah.
Did she ever realize, like, did she ever come around to the George Clooney thing not really being George Clooney, or did she go to her grave thinking she had been in a relationship with...
She probably thought, she probably just continued thinking she had been in a relationship with him, and then, somebody must have found out, and his Facebook was gone or something.
Like, online sex with who she thought was George Clooney?
Jaffe.
It would make sense. Well, no, let me tell you, it would make sense because when she died, when we were cleaning out her house, we found a 50 Shades of Grey vibrator in her computer desk drawer. So, like, probably.
What's the difference between a 50 Shades of Grey?
It was just branded.
Oh, okay.
It was like maybe she got it with the book or something. I don't know.
Like a gift edition. It comes with the book and the vibrator.
It was in a little velvet bag. It was weird. We were like, "What's in this? It's heavy."
How old was she when she died?
She was probably close to 80.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. The older I get, it's like I could see a 75-year-old woman masturbating. I don't want to see it, but I could see it. But like if she's like 96 and she's using a vibrator, I mean, that's probably good. Good for her, I suppose.
Old women will continue. I think old women get freakier the older they get. Because my grandma she would order those magazines. They were called True Stories.
Okay.
And she ordered this magazine. My mama said she even ordered them when she was little. And I didn't, we all knew she got these magazines. Like, she'd be like, "Oh, it's Saturday. Go see if my magazine came in. Go see if my stories came in." And we all knew this magazine.
Was it like sex
way
stories?
Way later in life, we learned that they were all sex stories. It was like women that would write in and tell about how they slept with their pool boy. And she was like, she got those my entire life. And even when she was like,
funny.
Before we put her in a home.
Was she an attractive woman when she was young? Like she probably.
Oh yeah.
So she probably had a very active, healthy sex life as a young woman, and so she probably.
Yeah, I'm sure she did.
Yeah. Okay.
Funny tie-in because my mom's dead, right? She used to write those stories. There's a small chance in this world.
Yeah, women. I think the older they get, they just get freakier.
My mom could have possibly, in some universe, wrote a story that your grandmother like flicked it to. Like it could have been somewhere.
It could have been.
But was your mom writing fiction, or was she writing it like it was a true story? And did you ever proofread it and help her out?
She was just some nice old lady that helped people out in her neighborhood. Like, but when she died and we went through all her stuff, she had like, 2 milk crates worth of like short stories of just like porn, right?
She probably sent them in.
She for sure sent them in because she had like letters, like open letters, and I think they were like, "Oh, approved" or whatever. But I was like, I'm not gonna go through all this shit. I'm not gonna fight. That's too much for me. I saw the dick Polaroids. I saw the smut stories. I saw the little hats that were related to the Polaroids with the dicks with hats, and I was like, okay.
Didn't you say you wrote a Literotica story once?
I did, without knowing that my mom did the same thing.
But isn't that it's kind of like the modern version of it is you write it and you put it up on Literotica, right? But I imagine if you want to be in True Stories or Penthouse Letters or whatever it was called, you have to be selected. Whereas Literotica, right, you can just put anything up, or is there a process?
It's like a blog post. Like you can just post your own stories on Literotica as much as you want. But they don't get a lot of traffic unless you're like niching to what these gooners fucking like, which is always like.
So what did you write about?
Stepmom, stepbro. One of my more popular stories is related to like.
One of them. How many did you put up there?
I know. So to say,
I had a number.
Did you have like an omnibus of all your shit? What are you talking about?
I had a number of them. But one of my more popular stories, the one that like made it to like the top 100 for the month. Was about. I'm not gonna give the whole story, but it's related to like this guy comes home from college. It's his freshman year. His family had moved to a better part of town when while he was gone. So now he has new neighbors, and his dad, who's a little older, is like, "You should go help, your neighbor Shelly, right? Her kids are also out at school, and she's like this hot 45-year-old, lady with her kids are gone." And she's like, "Oh yeah, my husband died. The lawn's getting a little long. I'll go ahead and pay you." And it's like how that builds up to being like this guy's fucking her brains out like all across town.
How long did it take
to write that story?
No, to get to the fucking the brains out, because some of these fucking stories I've read.
Chapter 5.
Jesus Christ, Tech! What do
he
you do?
remembers.
You wrote a fucking book. Nobody wants to fucking read that.
If on Microsoft Word it was 140 pages. Like chapter 5 is when they start fucking, but like chapter 3 has this scene where she needs to go somewhere, but her car broke down, right? And so the dad of the guy is like, "Oh, we'll give you a ride, but my front door isn't working, so both of you have to sit in the back." And so they load up the back seat with stuff, and then there's like, "Oh, there's only one place to sit," so she sits on his lap, and the ride there is like 40 minutes, and there's like she's like, "Oh, he notices, that she's pressing up even harder than before," and she starts.
So there's a top 100 of the month on Literotica. Can you go there and just give us the names of the top 10? I don't want to see them. I would just like to know 10 up to 1, and I'd like to know what the tags are.
You're not gonna like them. They're gonna be.
Well, I'm not gonna read them. I'm just curious. What's number 10?
Let's see. Let's go to popular stories. Last 30 days. All right, number 1. A handful of mom.
Is that number 10?
What?
Is that number 1?
That's number 1.
Why would you start with 1?
I asked you. I said number 1.
Okay,
all right,
fine.
We'll go number 10.
Yeah, start with 10.
Number 10.
Okay, cool.
Daughter's friend comes for dinner.
Say it again. Number 10 was what?
Daughter's friend comes for dinner, but come is spelled C-U-M-S.
Oh, that's clever. Very clever. Yeah. What are the tags? What are the tags?
The tags for daughter's friend comes for dinner. Let's see.
Like what category does that one go in?
Tags are daddy, threesome, anal, gag, squirt, daughter, and BJ.
Okay. Number 9.
Number 9, amasita, lesbian sister breeding. The tags of cream pie, impregnation, anal, voyeurism, lesbian sex, bondage, and romantic.
Okay. Well, you got, of course, sounds fair. Yes.
Yeah, you got to add the romantic.
You got to get that in there.
Number 8, walking in on stepdad. The tags are just
Pooping?
father-daughter.
Okay. Pooping. That may,
Number 7, lockdown.
What's the tags?
Father-daughter.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Why are all of these like incest?
My stuff never got it there because I was like, I don't really want to write about,
It's the stepmom's the number 1 category almost every year in Pornhub when they release their.
Yeah. Mom and son, a mother's pleasure.
That's number what?
That's number 6. Oral, cowgirl, anal, armpit, mother. Number 5, hot yoga, hotter mum.
No way.
It's spelled like British. It's British mum, M-U-M.
Okay.
Does
that mean
son,
mother?
Mother, yoga.
Yeah, son, mother. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 4, but you're my sister.
Oh my God. Okay. Are you sure you're not in the incest category?
Nope, I'm not.
Know.
I promise you, I'm in the top stories for the last 30 days.
Keep going.
This one is rough sex, voyeurism, sex for money, sibcest, incest, taboo, brother, sister. Number 3, accidental incest.
Maybe
bus.
incest.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's like putting crafting in a video game. You just have to put it in there because it's just marketing
to.
says
That's how it gets popular.
Right.
This one is father-daughter, shaved, 69, shower.
Okay.
And then number 2, number 1 was a handful of mom, or a handful of mom. Number 2, how I became my son's girlfriend.
Oh my God. Biloxi Man says these are probably based on your search history, Tech.
No, they're not. I've never been on
It's
Literotica
like
on
these
this
are what we
computer.
think you would like.
Why? Yeah. Why do you think that
I'm gonna
is
sign in.
so top? Like what is, and I'm not asking that like I'm feigning ignorance. That honestly, and maybe it's because you have to have met my mom. Never in my life has that been one of my little fantasies, right? But it is clearly a very mainstream. What's the theory behind that? The psychology behind that?
It's like the taboo thing. It's like when rich people get rich, they have nothing else to do, and it's like, well, when fucking people want to have sex, it's like, what is the most taboo thing you can do about sex?
Yeah, I think it's just because it feels wrong and that feels right to them.
Yeah, Bunny, I
feels
have
wrong in just the right way or something.
I'm gonna survey you. I'm gonna quiz you real quick. I want to get your thoughts on this. Number one for the last 30 days was A Handful of Mom, with 93,540 reads in the last 30 days.
Okay.
All right. I've signed in, and I can see a list here of the stories I wrote, and they give me the view count, like the reads.
Oh.
Where do you think my... By the way, that story I told you, I thought it was going to be my number one story. Apparently, one of my other stories has gone up. This is my number 2 story now.
Okay.
What do you think my reads are on the return home?
This is where
story?
he has sex with the older woman in chapter 5.
Yeah, with no incest. I don't fucking write about that shit. That's for other people. It's not for me.
22,000 reads.
No.
I was going to say...
What do
I
you
was going
think,
to say
buddy?
around 20,000.
No, it's more.
Well, tell us.
50,000.
Well, now we're just guessing numbers. Just tell us.
More?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
more. This was posted. I'm not gonna give an exact date because you'll find it easily at this point. It's over 5 years ago I posted this, so it's been on the platform for 5 years
Okay.
or more.
Has it ever been on like the most popular list?
It was in the 100, top 100.
When I posted it,
Oh,
3
okay.
weeks after I posted it, it was in the top 100. I won't say where, but it was up there in the top 100 when it first got posted.
86,000.
The number is between 650,000 and 800,000 reads. That story.
And you make
it's
no
not, and it's
money.
not my number one.
And you make
no
no
I make
money.
No money. No.
Tag, you need to start writing these. Self-publish on Amazon.
I'm a good
Write
writer.
your little gooner stories.
Yeah.
I'm a good writer.
Yeah. You're a good
They're
gooner. Like, yeah, there you go.
It's all from experience. You know, it's what can I say? You know, I gotta let me do a little bow. Oh, let me do a little. You're welcome.
You could write some dinosaur porn like we talked about last night.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah. Why not?
could. I'm gonna see where it for sure doesn't land an all time. What do you think the read count on the number one story ever posted is?
On
How
Pornhub?
many on
Up in the
Literotica?
millions.
Jay Styles, is your girlfriend still listening, or have we totally turned her off of this show at this point?
Ashley.
6 million.
What do you think, Bunny?
12 million.
17.2 million people have read the story called "Sitting on My Son's Lap,"
What?
a 5-hour car ride to college.
Interesting.
I just really didn't think that the number one on the whole entire thing for all time would be incest. And god damn it was.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the top 5 are incest.
Interesting.
I'm looking through this. The top 10 so far are incest.
Okay, we get it.
What's the first one that's not incest?
I'll look.
The first one you see that's not.
I thought the one at number 15 titled "Cheerleader" was going to be not incest, and I clicked on it, and it's "Cheerleader and her brother discover family secrets."
Oh my
so
God.
no.
Oh my god.
Wait. Number 16, The Interview. The
That's my
Interview.
sister.
And what is it? What is it?
Coming in at number 16 of all time read stories with 7.4 million reads. Gorgeous girl submits to get a new job. And it's literally the tags are control, submission, domination, office, doggy style, office sex, boss sex, job interview, and desk. No
Okay,
incest.
finally.
Let's go, humanity! W humanity!
I was going to say we need to unplug
we
the internet.
need to have a
but now-
Madhouse segment that we can clip as its own thing, like the top 10 stories on Literotica every week. Just like the countdown of the top songs, the top movies. Yeah, Incog says, but there's a twist in that story, Tech. It's a family business. It's like, fuck!
Oh.
Well, if we do it every week, maybe we just called it right now, we called it an incest week or something.
Yeah, maybe it's like
next week
maybe
it'll
there's a
be-
wave of
Yeah.
incest
How-
sweeping the country, but next week it'll
Or
be
we
do
the
this.
feet
Or we
or
do
something.
this.
Yeah.
If we can get 10 $20 donos,
Mm-hmm.
I will make a new account under a profile Tech Protect, and I will write a story and see where it lands in
Oh,
the next 30
I will
days.
write one too, but it'll be so intentionally
Okay.
stupid. We'll
I,
Okay.
I'll write 2 stories. I'll write one super incest heavy, so like it'll have numbers, it'll have a chance, and then I'll write like one from the heart. Okay?
I will write one. I will write one as well. Too. Okay, so we basically need, what is it, 20 donuts? What happened? Tech just passed away? Tech?
Jaffe, you froze.
No, you froze.
Y'all all both of y'all froze.
Are we back?
I was the only one unfroze.
Bunny never froze.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 of the $20 donos. Oh, is your internet back? Yeah, your internet's back. It's good.
Yeah, I'll write a story. 20s. But I mean, mine will be intentionally stupid, but it'll be fun.
And ChatGPT, probably.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to fucking write the whole, but I'll
I'm going to write it.
Yeah, I was going to, tell
I'm going to write the whole thing by hand. I'm going to write it by hand, and I'm going to post the pictures of the handwritten document onto the Discord.
All right, well, there you go. There's the goal for tonight.
Stains and all.
Put it up on the board.
I'm going to write one, too.
Put it up on the, well, all 3 write one. 20 bucks. 20 bucks, 10,
I'm
20
excited.
bucks. We'll put it up, goddammit.
A good way.
By the way, as we move into our main story in just a second, the Sweet Tooth hat. We're going to be getting, we want to do Madhouse t-shirts and hats as well. I don't think we have a great design for it yet. We have a logo, but I think we need more than just a logo. That's kind of boring, right? So hopefully we can come up, or Bunny, you can kind of craft something that people actually want to wear outside their home that has some, has some juice to it. But right now on our merch store, Sweet Tooth's Killer Creamery, you can get yourself one of these hats right here. Simon says, Jaffe, we won't have as much time to watch you when the NFL season starts. My 3 a.m. watch time will be taken. Well, we'll be here. We'll be here when you're when the season
writing porn
wraps up. All right. And if you want to order one of those hats, I'll put the link right now in the chat. And then I'm going to let Bunny and Tech take the chat for a second while I get a Coke. And then we're going to get into talking about serial killers and all that good stuff. So,
what are you going to write about Bunny?
Oh, right. You can't, hang on.
I think mine's going to surprise everybody. Mine's not even going to be sexual, but it's going to be sexual. It's going to be like, I'm just going to describe the feeling of certain fabrics or something. I don't know. I'm just going to write it in a very sexual way to where people are like, why don't I want to jack off to this?
I'm just going to be autistic. You know when you're scratching at a cashmere jacket, gets caught on the edge of your nail? Yeah. No other commentary, just yeah.
Jay Styles says Ashley says we're all interesting. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Thank you, pal. Prince Green says, Jaffe, do you know who I Show Speed is? I'm aware of him. I don't watch a lot of his stuff, but I know he's been traveling around. I think he's doing like a road trip or something, going across America, doing some IRL shit.
That's my friend. That's my buddy.
Is it right? But yeah, I don't know much more about him.
I wish.
Than that. Why? Why do you ask, Prince? All right, I'm gonna get
your Coke.
No, I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. Let me.
All right, you get your Coke. And then when you get back, I'm gonna go heat up some potato salad.
You heat up?
Do you have potato salad? Oh, I heat up potato salad. I like it warm.
Oh,
you know that warm texture.
You are such an interesting person.
What do you mean? Do you not heat up your food?
No, I'm actually really weird, and I like stuff to be like. If I'm making like kind of. If I'm heating up like any kind of leftovers or anything, I still like it to be kind of cold in the middle. And like if I'm like making macaroni and cheese that you heat up in the microwave, I like for it to be undercooked. All my ramen I like undercooked. Like everything, it's got to have crunch.
Were you like a premature child? Like at birth, were you premature?
No, but I was dropped behind the couch one time. Between the couch and the wall. Yeah, my mama loves to tell that story. Yeah.
I can't. As I says, potato salad is supposed to be cold. Why?
Yeah, potato salad is supposed to be.
Potato salad has mayo. Of course you serve it cold. What does that mean? Have you never had a hot sandwich? You guys not eat hot sandwiches where you're from?
They don't heat the mayonnaise up on the sandwich.
I do.
They heat the sandwich and then...
You're telling me if I got a steak fresh off the grill and I put it on a bread with mayonnaise on it, it's like, well, the mayonnaise is too warm to consume now. Like, what?
What?
Hey, by the way, guys, do not
I can't
forget
listen to you anymore.
this Saturday is Madhouse Movies. Right now, the one that is on the wheel is The Cable Guy. If you want to put a movie on the wheel to see if you get your movie picked, it'll cost you $10. Help us support the show with memberships and with your super chats. We would very much appreciate it. Also, don't forget, if you want us to write you a porno story, that'll be $10, $20 donations. But the main thing to take away from this is the show thrives on your love. It thrives on if you hit like. It thrives on if you subscribe, if you become a member, if you hit us up with a super chat, if you post clips you like on some of your social media, if you tell your friends about it. That's the only way we're going to grow and compete. And so we hope you'll help us out if you find this show worthy of your time. If you're hate watching, well, we appreciate that as well. It hits the algorithm and we appreciate it. Yeah. Timbuktu says, dude, The Cable Guy's in my top 10 films. I have never fucking seen it. Never fucking seen it. I know it came out in the theater and it bombed. And I was just kind of like, okay, well, I guess it's crap. And then over the years, people have talked about it being really, really good. So, you're right, AAA, we know you're hate watching. I tell all 5 other Welsh lads and lasses about you, Jaffe. Thank you, Smaug.
Oh, Schmeow.
Schmeow, yeah. So I'm going to wait for Tech to come back, and we will speak about dead bodies and serial killers. And I don't like serial killers; they're terrible. But I think, like, I read about this guy today, and I didn't even know what this was called. It's like called the McDonald's trifecta, where it's kind of, and I don't know why they call it that, but if you have these 3 things as a child, it's quite possible that you are going to kind of become a fucked up dude, right? So this guy, this one guy, and I also want to talk about where weird bodies have been found, but this one guy, it's called the McDonald's triad: bedwetting, animal torture, and fire setting. If you do all these things by the time you're 10, you're probably kind of fucked up. This guy who did that, a guy named Richard Chase, I'd never heard about this guy until today, but he would kill kids. When he was a kid, he took animals and put them in a blender and drank them with Coke. When he became an adult, he killed kids and he drank their blood and then ate their body parts, right? That's how he chose to get rid of the bodies. And you know, I think about these people and I just kind of wonder, you know, I don't know. I mean, I wonder how many of them actually know they're out of their fucking minds and how many of them are, you know, just fundamentally broken people. Like, if you could live in their head for, like, I would do that. If there was some technology that said, look, we've captured the Zodiac killer or whatever, and, you know, we'll let you switch brains. You know, you're in jail. You can't hurt anyone, and we're not going to let your body go do anything, but just to feel what it would be like to be him. I would love to know, like, do they see the world? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do they see the world?
Because I think if you're, you know, killing animals and doing all that and you grow up to be, I think you would probably be classified as a psychopath. And I don't think they feel too much. I don't think they...
I mean, but do they have self-awareness?
Feel certain things. Yeah, I think they know that there's something not, you know, that they don't feel things the way other people do. I think they are aware of that.
Do you think, right now watching the chat, we know we have some hate watchers watching, but is anybody watching the chat right now that you feel you might be one of these people? I'm not saying have you done anything. I hope you haven't. But there has to be at least somebody watching that goes, I'm right on the fucking edge of being that, right? I mean, maybe that's a common thought. Everybody feels that they are a hair's breadth away from losing their fucking mind. In the chat, we have Brian says they have a whole different feeling. K-Nub says him. I don't believe you, K-Nubs. I don't believe Mad Mex. MK Ness says, now you're talking about me. Go ahead.
I'll say the guy that ran the cult that I was in, he was I would say he was at least a sociopath. And like, if he was to go and actually get, I think that somebody would absolutely diagnose him as a sociopath. And I think that's
Can you
close
educate
enough
me
to where
on the difference between the
sociopath-
two? Yeah.
yeah, a psychopath is like born that way, like something happened, like, or like the front of one is created and when they were born that way.
Okay,
And I
but they're
think a
but they're both
sociopath-
defined as what?
I could
They
be
don't
wrong.
have
Somebody correct me.
feelings, or they don't.
Yeah, they don't things don't register the same way. Like the guy that and what's really weird is after, this is so much to explain though, but after I left the cult, I started reading a lot more about like sociopaths and psychopaths just because of him. Like I was putting stuff together.
Okay.
And there was a lot of stuff that it was like saying how they a lot of times will cover the person's face. They want to take away the person. Like they can't have sex while looking
okay.
at a person. And he would say that he would have to pretend like they're like a mannequin. Like in his head, he would imagine that he was like fucking a mannequin or something like with that. He said he would imagine
psychopathic.
without effect. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
wait,
the
which one's the
difference
one
is-
that's created and which one's the one that's
It's not about
born that
creation.
way?
You can be born either way. But
Okay.
it's more common to be born psychopathic. But a psychopath is distinguished by being considered like cold-hearted, right? Behavior is often premeditated. They'll act with
Yeah.
like a complete lack of like emotion or conscience. But a sociopath would be described as like a hot-headed kind of guy, where their behavior is more impulsive or erratic, and they are like capable of like a limited range of emotions.
Yeah.
So it's not that they're so removed, but it's like angry, happy, neutral. It's like usually it.
Now, which one's the one that can happen from getting your frontal lobe hit at a young age? Which one is it? Does that
That's
make a
called
psychopath
David
or a
Jaffe.
sociopath?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
I
I
can't
don't know that
remember
far
which.
into
It's
it.
been so long since I've read into this stuff, but for a while, after that situation, I got real into reading about it.
Yeah,
But
it
he
is
did almost every single thing, and I think he was a lot more.
the guy you lived with.
I think he was very, very, very smart to the point to where I think he was aware that I think that's why when we would, because I was his confidant. I was the one he would do a lot of coke with, and then he would like break down and tell me stuff.
Okay.
Like that was what I did. So I got a lot out of him and stuff, and I would ask a lot of questions, and like I know a lot of stuff happened in his early childhood that was really messed up and stuff, and I think maybe that played into it a good bit. But like he was really calculative and stuff, and he would want to talk about certain things with me that lined up with being a psychopath. So I think it was something that he was aware. Like
Yeah.
he talked about the sex thing with me and imagine him as a mannequin. And
Oh,
stuff. I think
he was the
very
one. He was
aware.
the one that had this sex.
Yeah.
I see. So
Yeah.
okay, because I mean, there are those people. I think there are some people that are probably too smart for this society. I think ignorance is very much bliss, and I think there are times where there are people that intellectually, if you know what they know, they're not wrong, right? That's one of the things that I've noticed as I've gotten older, or even like when we saw that Polish CEO take the kid's hat. It's like morally they're wrong, but intellectually, our society values X. Here's the quickest way to get X, especially if you don't get caught. Why would I not do that? And they look at other people and just go, you people are crazy. You're living in la la land. That's not the real world. I am absolutely fascinated by, what keeps us in the guardrails. Are we more evolved, or are we not as smart as these guys? They're the ones who are really evolved, and they actually know what this is. I don't mean like, oh, it's a simulation, but in terms of they actually know the proper way to play the game, and the proper way to play the game is
that is kind of, yeah, he literally looked at life like it was a game, and he would play people in his life like it was a game. Like it was amazing when we all got together talking how much he was orchestrating and we didn't know it.
Right.
Like how much
Manipulative.
he was doing between all of us. Yeah, and it was just amazing how smooth he was at doing it.
Okay, so
like he'd either been doing it forever or he was just really damn good at it.
Okay, now here's my question, real quick. Was he ever violent?
He was with his wife, the woman that he was actually married to. He like broke a chair over her back, like on Thanksgiving, when in front of all of us.
I only ask because that one guy that you lived with who beat up his girlfriend you were telling us about last night, like in some ways that guy is scarier to me because clearly neither of y'all saw that coming. And this just like something, I mean, that's that's where people need off switches, man. I mean, it's just like, dude, you know. How many times do you think you've walked past someone on the street that's actually taken a life, says Incognito? There is a stat for that. There is a stat for the average person has walked past, Tech can look it up, but it's the average person has walked past someone who has murdered someone X times by the time they're like 50 or whatever. That the one that gets me, and we'll get to this in a second, but I'll just tell you now, I mean, one of the topics besides serial killers is places people have found dead bodies. And you know, the one that's weird, there were a lot of weird ones, but one of the really weird ones was this hotel room where this woman had been murdered in the hotel room, and the guy who killed her had taken her body and shoved it into the box spring of the mattress and then sewn it up. And so she was a missing person for about 3 to 6 weeks. And, you know, the cops came and checked the hotel room. They couldn't find her. People had slept in the hotel room on top of her body for, you know, a number of weeks, different couples and stuff, having sex on top of the body, you know, and then eventually the smell started creeping out through the mattress and they're like, oh my God, she's inside the mattress, right? That's the one that freaks me out, is this idea of you could be driving to work or driving to pick up Taco Bell or whatever, and every day you pass by what in 5 years you learn is this apartment where this girl's been chained up in the basement, you know, since she was 7. And you're like, I drive past that every day, and I had no fucking idea. I think about that
when I'm in the car. Every time I'm in the car, when I pass by houses, I'm like, which one of these has somebody in the basement?
Right.
Because you know it's got to be. You've got to have eventually driven by one that's got somebody chained up.
Do you think if we came up with, and we probably have it, right? Oh, my Ritalin's leaving my body. I'm getting all ticky now. You know, if we had the technology, and I think we do, that we could kind of aim a device at a house and see all the heat signatures. I mean, I think this exists, right? But do you think if, like, look, once a year, we're doing that. The government is going to do that to search for missing people, you know, and you'll probably you'll never know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. We'll know if, you know, I just kind of wonder, do you think people would be okay with that? In some ways, I would. I
think a lot of people wouldn't be.
Why not?
Instantly, no.
Why?
Just for.
Have you seen what the scanner at the airport looks like when they can just see your dangly bits?
What do I care? I mean, I don't care if you see my dangly bits if you're going to save some kid who's trapped in a basement.
Yeah, but that's not your choice to make. That's your dangly bits, not everyone else's dangly bits.
I know, and you know, I get it. It's some point.
Imagine the father of, like, you know, 4 daughters who are.
You froze again, Tech. Did I freeze, Bunny?
Whatever they want, like scan my. What are you talking about?
You're back now.
We
froze for a second.
Oh.
The internet's going bad. Imagine the father of 4 girls, right? Yeah. Where the government can just scan through their house and see, like, the people inside.
I'm not saying you can see. I'm saying heat signatures.
But you know it's going to be better.
Yeah, to see if there's anybody in the basement.
Right.
Heat coming from somewhere.
It's not going to be heat signatures. They're going to use, like, penetrative technology using, like, Wi-Fi that scans and says, like, okay, there's more resistance at this, like, distance from the Wi-Fi signal, and you can, like, build a 3D form of what that person looks like. Yeah.
Well, the problem Zeke says, if they get a warrant with a PC, I don't know what that means. PC. Police?
Probable cause.
Okay, I'm okay with it. Well, that's never going to happen. That's kind of the problem. If there was
Jaffe wants scans for no reason.
Well, I don't want it. I'm just saying we're getting to a point where, you know, criminals and real bad people can get away with a lot of fucking things. And, you know, I would have this argument with my brother all the time, and I don't think he is intellectually wrong. about freedom in the Constitution, and there's a price for freedom, and sometimes that's our safety and blah, blah. I get all of that. Mm-hmm. But I also go, I don't think we do enough of a good job protecting us from the creeps out there. I don't think we help the creeps enough, because I don't think most creeps want to hurt anyone. They just can't help it. But more importantly, I don't think we, it's a ridiculous concept that someone can be disappeared and you have no idea where they are. You can lose your child, you can lose your girlfriend, and you can spend the rest of your life not knowing if she's a sex slave in Guatemala or she was buried 25 years ago and she died the day she went missing. It's just like, I don't think that we've arrived at the right solve to this, basically. And I love it so freedom doesn't have to step in and take a hit. But I don't know. When it comes to the airport and security, you don't deserve a right to privacy, says Zero. I mean, I think you deserve a right to privacy. Canty's throwing eggs at me again. Did I say something wrong? Jesus Christ, lady. Jesus
you said
Christ.
it with a bald accent.
Is that what it was? Okay, fair enough. Listen to these, though. I want to tell you guys just briefly about some of these other places where people found dead bodies. Some of this, like I have ADD, right? So sometimes I'll take a little longer to do the dishes, right? I'll let the dishes pile up a little bit, right? This takes the goddamn cake. There were these two guys. Let me put this here. I gotta get my screens fixed. They were drinking buddies, and one of them was 73 years old. He's over at his buddy's house. He drinks, he passes out, and he dies. And the guy didn't want to tell the authorities. So he took the guy's body, and he put it inside the sleeper sofa. Right. So how a sleeper sofa kind of opens up at the base or at the,
folds.
So he,
a pull out,
right. But he put the body in that wedge because there's enough space, because there's opening there. And, the body he just kept the body there for over a year and went on living his life. And eventually the neighbors were like, something smells bad. And they noticed that it was, the body. A cleaning room came to prepare the place for the next tenant, though, and they discovered the corpse. So the woman basically, who thought there was a smell, thought it came from the toilet and just was like, okay, we'll fix your toilet. But it was another year before the guy moved out and the cleaning crew came and found the body, right? I mean, the guy had been watching TV and football games and the news and movies and I don't know, having friends over, and there was a rotting dead corpse that they were sitting on. I don't know. That one's pretty fucking weird to me. What?
The internet's going.
Sure. Yeah.
How's it going? Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, do we want to refresh or what do we want to do?
Think it's back now.
I think it's back now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to show you guys a picture. I'm going to share my screen. This one, though, out of all the places dead bodies have been found, this one and this was kind of a famous case. I think it was a pretty big hit on Netflix for like Mexican Netflix. I don't think they ever did a version in America, or if they did, it didn't. I didn't hear people talking about it, but they made a documentary or a movie about it. But check this out. There was a little girl who went missing. And let me share my screen so you guys can see. And they thought the mother had did it. Then they cleared her. Nobody really knew what the fuck was going on. And do you know where this was a picture of her bedroom that she had gone missing from, the night before. Do you know where they found this girl? Did you guys ever hear this story?
Where?
No.
Okay. Well, if you look at the picture, you can see where the girl is. That's amazing to me. The cops came. No one thought to look there. She had not been murdered. Okay, I'll just tell you.
Did she fall? Did she fall between the crack?
No, she's here. That outline, she basically had fallen down here. She was under the covers, I guess, and she had fallen down there and gotten stuck. She might have been disabled, if I remember, and she couldn't breathe, and she died. And for like 3 weeks, the family was like, beside themselves. The mother's being accused of murder, all this stuff. And the kid was right here the whole fucking time.
Oh no, that's so sad.
You goddamn right. That's some crazy fucking shit going on in this world. By the way, speaking of crazy, Jay Styles, thank you for the super chat. Keep driving safe out there. He says she's digging the madhouse. I'm very, very happy to hear it. Smaug, thank you for the super chat. He says Jaftar, the last airbender. I'll see myself out. You goddamn right. Look at how the face is red, but the rest of the scalp is pale. Oh, here's Stick Solid, of course. Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's real funny. He's on fire. Let me see. Would you like to know where a few other weird bodies have cropped up? Chat. Would you like to know this? All right, I'll give you a couple more. Listen to this one. This was happening. This was in Mexico as well. I'm not sure what's going on down there, Tech. I think it's time to head down there and
we do death well.
Work things out, make things. Yeah, I know. Did you hear about that influencer in Mexico? Her and her husband, and I guess her husband.
So many of them.
Well, her husband had done dealings or business with the cartels. She was an influencer. They found her body, his body, their 13-year-old son's body, and their 7-year-old daughter's body wrapped in trash bags and thrown in the back of a truck a couple days ago.
There was an influencer like 3 months ago that we covered on Madhouse that was like...
Oh, she was working at the hair salon, or she had gone to get her nails done or something.
Yeah, she just came back and they were like, oh, that's the influencer. And just like, I think 65 rounds into her as she's like unlocking her front door.
Oh,
It's
Mexico does it well.
No, I'll tell you what. Cartels don't fuck around, no, but I don't know. Listen to this. In Mexico, though, there was a body that fell between the frozen foods and the back wall and was there for 10 years. What? How do you not know?
Is it because it was cold?
Probably. They just didn't look behind the goddamn, they didn't look. That's where it was. One guy was a hunter. His name was Stephen Winfrey. He got his head stuck in a rabbit hole. He was a rabbit hunter who partially crawled inside the rabbit hole to look for rabbits. He couldn't get his head out and he suffocated. What?
That's what you get.
Yep. Finally, Kyle Plush, who died of asphyxiation after getting stuck upside down in his family's minivan. I have not brought myself to listen to the 911 calls. If the chat wants to listen to them, I'll play them. But he called 911 via voice command and tried to explain what was happening. He said he knew he didn't have much time left and asked them to tell his mother he loved her. And he made 2 911 calls, and you can listen to them. But I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to listen to him unless it was something you guys wanted to do together. But yeah,
you want to hear, Bunny?
I kind of do. But I know it's going to make me really sad.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys think about it. You guys let me know in the chat or let Tech know or whatever, and I can always come back and play them. The last one I want to show you real quick.
One's in chat.
I just want to show you this image real fast. Tell me if you know what you're looking at here. This is some shit right here, boys. This guy at the top of the screen, he got stuck. This is a toilet, and he got stuck basically between here and the outside of the toilet, right? And he couldn't breathe. It was cold.
What was he trying to do?
Well, this is the interesting part.
What do you think?
Well, listen. So this is a toilet in a elementary school. Okay. And well, it's bad, not as bad as maybe where your mind went. Shame on you, Bunny Button. But what it was he had a friend who worked there, and she had been getting harassing phone calls, and he said, "Let me help you with the harassing phone calls." And so he kind of got to know her and made the phone calls stop. But this is where she was working, and this was there was a dormitory above the school where the staff stayed. And apparently he was sneaking in. Now, what he was doing, no one knows. But I think most people speculate he was basically the guy with the harassing phone calls, and he was the one doing it, and he was trying to get in there and do something to that woman. So thank God, in this case, he didn't make it. She discovered him because she went into the bathroom and she saw a human foot sticking out of the of kind of like, imagine opening your toilet, but you see a foot. You know, and the rest of his body was still intact, but it had just kind of broken as he had tried to get out. I mean, what a moron,
God.
first off. But yeah,
I
this
even
is
just seeing being stuck in that position makes me feel like I can't, like I need to stretch my arms and legs out. Like I feel panicked.
this one's bad, but if you want to feel that way, watch that cave guy, the guy who got stuck in the cave. That you've seen that though, right?
Yeah,
I can't. No, I haven't watched it.
That
but I know,
that
I can't
image,
watch stuff like that.
man, that image is it'll fuck you up. It's just a cartoon. It's not even the real picture. There's no way they could have gotten a real picture. And then you just look at it and you start to imagine, how could you have gotten out of that? Because they tried to save him. Cave guys,
and they would have like crushed his.
Well, I always think about it and I go, here it is right here. I'm like, could they? It was the Nutty Putty cave, right? And it's like, could they maybe have broken his legs or? Like I don't even know what you would do to get him out of that situation. But I mean, clearly there were smarter people than me that had experience in this world who tried to think of anything and everything. And this is kind of, and his body's still there, by the way. I mean, his body is still there. They can't.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They couldn't get him out.
Oh.
Yeah, Zero says they sealed the cave shut, turned it into a memorial. Isn't that something?
Wow.
Isn't that something?
That's so.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have more stories, but what do you guys got tonight? What's going on?
We're almost at 2 hours, Jaffe.
Oh, okay. Well, do we want to wrap the show up? I'll tell you what. If we get $100 in donos, and let's give them 20 minutes. If you guys like this show, and you either want us to continue talking about these stories this evening, or you want us to just go free chat. We forgot to turn off the chat tonight, Tech.
Well, we barely were going to get into like the serial killer stuff.
Oh, yeah. The point is, if you want to see us open up the chat, take calls from Discord, or you want us to keep talking about serial killers, that'll somebody put together $100 in the next 20 minutes, and we will keep the show rolling. Somebody set a timer. Tech, you got a timer?
Got a timer.
All right. In the meantime, let me see what I got. Or Bunny, anything you want to talk about?
How long are we setting the timer for?
20 minutes. 20 minutes. I mean, we can talk about ways serial killers have, in fact, gotten rid of bodies. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, we can visit with our friend, the Internet Hobo. Bunny, I know you've done some looking up. What were you looking up today on killers and stuff?
I was looking up like strange ways people have killed people. And strange objects people have used to kill people.
I would like to know about this. I would love to know that. Go.
There was one that was really interesting because it was a cold case for years and years because of what he killed her with. So this guy, he bludgeoned this woman with a decorative conch shell. Okay. And then he cleaned everything up and everything. And it was a cold case for years and years. And then somebody decided to look inside the conch shell and there was DNA in there, and that's how.
Wait, he takes a conch shell and he bangs it over someone's head and they die.
Yeah.
And it was his fucking
his
shell?
half-sister. I think he put it back up, like he cleaned everything and put it back up, and they knew that she had been murdered, but they didn't know who murdered her and all that. And then but his DNA was inside the conch shell.
What made them, after all these years, decide to look at the DNA or look at the conch shell?
Just them looking back on cold cases. Yeah, they just were looking back on cold cases. Somebody just examined it better, and they saw something inside the conch shell, and they were like, wait a minute. And it was like a piece of his DNA. Something of his was in there.
Wow. I mean...
Yeah.
The thing that when I was researching all this, like how killers got rid of their body parts and stuff, you would think, and maybe the answer is, yeah, Jaffe, the ones who do it really, really well, do it well because we don't know about it, because they did get away with it. But
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Even the kind of stuff I assume, because I like the Blacklist, and I guess they did this in Breaking Bad and stuff, the idea of just taking a body and giving it like an acid bath and it just dissolves everything. Mm-hmm. Apparently that'll do a lot, but then it's kind of like, dental fillings.
Residue.
Right. Well, dental fillings can be found. Gallstones cannot be
I'll
dissolved.
drink for you, Canty.
Gallstones cannot be dissolved in acid, right? So
Yeah.
Even in those cases, because there was one famous serial killer that did just that. Where was it? It was it was John Hay, dissolved corpses in acid. He said it would only take 30 minutes for the whole body to dissolve, but he didn't take into account jewelry, dentures, and gallstones. And those were remaining, and those were used to convict him. And I'm kind of like, if I took a body and I put it in a tub of acid and dissolved the body, I would see those things, and I'm like, well, I'm going to go get rid of those somehow, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people get killed in those crushers. Like in the movies, they put somebody in the trunk of a car and then they crush it into a cube. You never hear about that, right? I mean, that's kind of...
that probably would be a pretty good way.
Yeah. Did you hear about
have to uncrush that car.
I mean, what would be left? What would be left? You hear about the guy who took... So there's this smell coming from this guy's toilet. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, my roommate eats Kentucky Fried Chicken and he doesn't throw it away. He flushes it down the toilet. But it turned out he was actually a serial killer. And he had been taking the bodies and ripping them apart and flushing the pieces. His name was Dennis Nelson. This is 1983. It was bones and rotting flesh ultimately would not flush all the way. And that's kind of what did it. This is what he said. He had been luring, strangling, drowning, shaving, having sex with, dissecting, and burying, flushing local men down his toilet for years. So eventually, I guess the toilet was like, hey, buddy, I can only flush so much. And this was a little bit too much. I'm trying to think other ways they got rid of H.H. Holmes. We know I don't love H.H. Holmes, but I love H.H. Holmes. I mean, he's such a great story, and the idea of building a whole hotel around. I think there's a movie coming. I hope so. There's a video game I played where you are in his murder hotel trying to survive. I'm a fan of sort of the imagination of it, but apparently he would take the bodies and he would just sell them to medical schools and all this shit, and they were just like, oh, cool. Because there's a lot of people studying, anatomy and shit. So, yes, Tech, we understand. What's the problem?
I'm talking to Canty. Canty!
Hey! You guys.
Thank you,
wait a minute. Now, thank you, Canty. Is Canty giving us $100 to go an extra 30?
It's for me to drink.
Oh, okay. So are we going extra or you're just drinking? I don't understand.
We're going 30 minutes over, and it's about half. It's a little less than half the buzzball, but this is liquor. It's fucking... We're drinking.
All right.
Well, I'm smoking weed.
I'm not doing shit tonight. My boy's birthday's tomorrow. I got shit I got to do, and I got to get up early to do it. So my kid is going to be 20 years old. Oh, my God, you guys. Thank you, Canty, so much, buddy. We appreciate it. What amazing children. They're so much fun. Yeah. Let's see. We talked about the guy who drank the kids. One guy fed people to alligators. Ed Gein probably takes the cake, but I don't think when he would take his victims and he would make lampshades and purses, and I think it said he made a belt adorned with nipples. Take that guy for a moment.
Yeah.
Think that.
That's an artist.
Well, yeah, but that
just had the wrong medium.
That guy can't not know that he is just on the very...
they gotta know.
Right. He's got to fucking know. And at that point, you just go, he doesn't care, and he's rejected all of society. And, I would never do anything close to that, but I would never kill anybody unless they were attacking me. But there is a point where you do look at society and you say, it is so corrupt and so fucked up that sometimes the only logical response is to go a little fucking out of your goddamn mind. Because... Well,
I think a lot of people who are psychopaths and stuff like that, actual psychopaths who aren't feeling anything, most of the time they don't feel positive emotions and stuff, but they might feel an excitement from hurting somebody or something. So it's that's the only way they can feel anything is by doing something like that.
Yeah, I wonder if there was a victim that, I think some people walk around feeling like I've never walked around feeling totally safe, right? Like I know there's crazies out there. I know there's crazies out there, and I think I'm a little bit crazy myself, right? So seriously, and so I don't feel like if I encountered one of these people, I would be shook to my core. I wouldn't want to encounter them, and I don't know who would walk out of that situation living, and the other one would be dead. But I think I could look at them and at least go, because there's some people that act so, they're not prepared for that level of crazy.
Yeah.
And I do think I've always been fascinated, not just in it, but I've been
to people that are crazy on accident and on purpose.
I think I'm a little bit like that though. I would never hurt anyone. But like when people say, you know, when people say things like, when I say I don't know what's real, I'm not doing a bit, right? I'm not fully anchored into reality. And I don't mean that like I think I'm going crazy. I don't. I think I'm totally.
I get what you're. I get.
I don't
feel like
buy.
That's how I am too.
Yeah, I don't buy a lot of the stuff that's being shown to me and being told this is what it is. It may be, but I'm like, I don't know. And so, crazy doesn't scare me as much as I think it freaks out some people. But I could be wrong.
Yeah. I've gotten myself in a lot of situations from being intrigued by crazy people because I want to know more.
What is the worst one?
Probably definitely letting the guy that ended up killing 3 people live with me.
What?
Well, yeah, and he had just got out of prison for armed robbery and having his girlfriend in his trunk, and he flipped his car. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing, and I should have known from that, like, hey, maybe don't let this guy live with you. But I was like, let me see what's up with this.
Wait a minute, I'm super fucking confused. You're saying that there was a guy you knew who had gotten out of prison for robbery, and he had his girlfriend in his trunk when? For how long?
He kidnapped her and put her in the trunk, and then while he was like running from the police.
Oh, like Ashley and Jay Styles. Like she's in the trunk right now, I think.
Yeah. She's in the trunk right now. Yeah.
Knock 3 times, Ashley. We'll come get you, bud.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets out of jail, but that's one of the reasons he went to jail: the robbery and the girl kidnapping. Yeah. And how did you find him to begin with? Let alone know what his rap sheet was.
I was friends with him before he went to prison the first time or that time, and he was a good guy. I learned after everything that he ended up doing that a lot of the stuff that he said I should have taken as red flags, and they weren't jokes like the way I thought.
So what did he say that was like, I've killed someone before?
No, he never said anything like that, but definitely that he would. And like if anything was to ever get in, threaten him going back to prison, like he did or something happened and he's gonna have to go back to prison, he would always say like, I'm just gonna kill everybody, like I'm gonna, and he would always say little things like, oh, if somebody did me wrong, I would kill everyone they love and let them live, so they have to live through that. And that's exactly what he ended up doing.
How long after that he was staying with you did he kill the people?
It was probably a little bit over a year after he had gotten out of prison. I let him live with me, like literally he had gotten out that week.
Okay.
And I let him live with me, and it was probably, he lived with me for about a year, and it wasn't too long after the year mark of him getting out of prison. It wasn't much longer after that.
No me digas, qué lástima que tienes que andar haciendo algo así con una persona tan como...
Did you ever feel unsafe?
No, and that's a part of the thing that I was like resonating with what you say. I feel like there's a part of me that isn't affected by people like that the way I should be.
¿Tú crees que es porque tú tienes una mente que está como más preparada para las cosas que no son como normales? Que tú tienes una mente que, digo, estás más como aceptable lo que está pasando con las cosas que no son normales.
Right. I understand. It's seen as normal. Okay, so he's saying that basically you can see these things as normal if you're surrounded by them often enough, and there does tend to be,
and that could be.
and was this guy also, like, what was his nationality? Because Tech is saying that
tiene que ser un mexicano por
no,
sí.
well, no.
Gracias a Canti Canti por los $50. Dice, dale pues, oye.
Right, but
gracias, Canti.
Okay, yes, thank you so much, Canti. Dale.
Thank you,
that's
Canti.
Mr. Worldwide. Thank you, buddy. That's incredibly generous. Thank you, bud. I love when Mr. Canti lets her spend his money.
Estoy haciendo unos deals aquí en el side chat, Jaffe.
But what I was saying, though, what Tech was saying is he was saying that there does tend to, his nationality was what, Bunny?
He was Sicilian.
Okay, because he was saying there's a real problem with Eskimos doing it. Like, they'll come out of the igloo and they'll be like, oh my God,
I think that's offensive to call them Eskimos now.
Not if they're murderers.
Son los personas inuentes, okay?
What is the term we should call them? I didn't know there was another term. Can you tell me?
I think they like to be called Inuit.
Inuentes.
Yes, Homero.
Okay, so but he was saying Inuentes tend to be psychopathic.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I've never encountered one. So
interesting.
Yo no sé. Matan a los animales del norte.
$500 for someone to call ICE right now. I'll split the reward with you.
Se dice 500, Papa Jaffe.
500. Okay, let me try to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Hola.
Hola, se dice hola.
Me amo Jaffe. Me llamo Jaffe.
Eso, güey. Diga así, mira. Me llamo Jaffe.
Would it be Jaffe?
Tengo la verga fuerte.
Okay.
Diga. La verga fuerte.
No, I don't care. Here's the deal. Papa, yeah. If we see somebody if you want to bring yourself onto the show and you guys want to talk, by the way, put yourself in the Discord waiting room. Tech will keep an eye on it. We'll bring you in. Because at this point now, we are basically free chatting for the next 30 minutes because the patron saint of Madhouse, as someone said, is Miss Canty, and we appreciate her very, very much.
Le pongo los focos, a ver, dice.
It is going to be interesting. I mean, they already have them, but we're already there. But the average person being able to put on glasses and listen to Tech and go, oh, I know what he's saying. It's insane. It is insane when you think about just how close we are to that.
Eso sí, dice mi paisa, el Stick Salad, que el Jaffe grita y llore cuando las personas transexuales están ni llamados. Y por eso no le da el respeto a la entera raza de las personas. Bien hecho. Gracias, Tik Solid. Mucho gusto.
Me llamo Bunny. A mí me gusta bailar. ¡Hasta todas mis chichis!
La cosa con Tik Solid es que él no le cae mal a los mexicanos porque vive en Canadá. Y en Canadá no tiene mexicanos. ¿Ok? Es mucho la distancia para de México hasta Canadá.
Well, I hope the $50 was worth it, Ted, because, I mean, I don't...
Son $150, señor Jaffe.
Yeah, 150.
Eso.
No, the 100 was to go an extra 30 minutes.
Ding, ding. No, los 100 era para que el Tech per Tech anda tomando el alcohol.
Hang on.
This is muy auténtico.
Pues sí, Vani. Yo soy mexicano, ¿ok? Mira, yo crecí en un país tan bonito, ¿ok? El nuevo apodo de Jaffe es Butterball. Gracias, señor Local Luminari. Si me haces un favor, gánase un membership. Nada más cuesta $5. Póntese con un nombre reverde, por favor. Ya no quiero ver que estás de gris. Necesitamos tener más members, ¿ok? Se dice more membership, ¿ok? Por favor, danos a nosotros unos $5 para que nosotros podamos tener una canal excelente, ¿ok? El señor Jaffe quiere que andar aquí en el YouTube por años, ¿ok? Para hacerlo, danos hoy nosotros unos $5, por favor, ¿ok?
Yeah. I agree.
It's
I don't
doing
I
it, but
agree.
it's really slow. Like my phone's really bad. I got to get a new phone because I mean you could probably hold your phone up and get exactly what he's saying. It was translating it pretty quick. I'm not sick, hips. I'm just saying. Why did I? It was just hot. That's why I shared it. Did he say?
Mira lo que dice the Zeke. Mira lo que dice.
Oh God, this is. I don't know.
Yeah.
¿Qué dijo?
I mean, at this point, I'm just going to play some.
He seems so happy speaking his native tongue.
I guess so.
Look at
Me
him.
gusta mucho. Me da orgullo hablar aquí así en español.
Why don't you go on one? Why don't you go on one of Keemstar's shows and speak like this? Local Mexicans.
Lo que quiere decir es local beaner, ¿ok? Eso es lo que él quiere decir. Pero no lo puede decir el Jaffe. Él no puede decir eso.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Le estoy enseñando a la Sara cómo hablar en español en la noche. Estamos aquí platicando.
Bunny, do you know what he's fucking saying or you don't?
Of course I don't.
I don't know what the fuck. I you know, Lo que Jaffe no Saba no la Hardadano says, hey, there's Canty. Let's bring Canty in, Tech.
That says Dano.
Oh, mi amiga.
Thank you, David K. Thank you, David K. We appreciate it. Well, Miss Canty, how you doing, pal?
Oh, y'all do it. Go.
You seem so angry now that you're bald.
¿Sabes lo que es?
Like
es que puedes ver el temperatura que se crece, mira.
I can't hear Canty, Tech.
Oh, perdón.
Yeah, what?
Oh, really?
What were you saying?
I said that you seem more angry now that you're bald, like if it's my fault.
I know what it is. It's not that he's more angry. He's just as angry as he always is. But now the anger is bouncing off the walls and then bouncing off of his bald head, and it's just bouncing back and forth, and it's creating a lot of angry energy.
I am not angry at all. I'm in a very good mood. Why do you think
you don't seem like it?
Really? No, I'm in a good mood. I'm kind of struggling right now because I don't know what the fuck to do as a host with this show now because I don't know what the fuck he's saying. If I don't look at the
have a little bit of fun.
Jaffe.
I can have tons of fun. I just don't know how to do it. What do I do?
Pasamos las 2 horas, ya pasaron, ¿ok? Pensamos a las 5:45 y ya son las 7:42, ¿ok? La programa nada más es por 2 horas, ¿ok? Ahora es el tiempo de tener todos los chistes que queremos tener.
This is when we're just having fun.
What's that, Miss Canty? What?
That Tech asked and he received. That's what you have to do. I haven't asked for donations at all, I think.
I asked for donations.
I said $100 and I'll take off my shirt and act like a baby. Something fun. Be fun.
Canti.
Right?
Super fun.
Unos 100 y me quito la camisa. ¿Sabes qué? 200 y me quito los pantalones. Yo no pongo chones, ¿ok? ¿Será yo desnudo aquí en la casa del Jaffe? Me pongo desnudo. No me enseño nada, pero me pongo desnudo para usted.
I'm super fun.
Yeah.
What's fun about you eating what? Chips?
I'm eating a Pop-Tart with the thing from the Fantastic Four on it.
Oh my God. That's so fun.
Se pasa como niño.
Wait. It's what? It's so what, Canty?
Eres como un
fun.
chamaco.
It's fun. You're so fun.
I am. I'm a goddamn carnival in pants and a sweatshirt.
You're no horse going down a roller coaster, though.
No one is. So. Very few people.
Yo sí soy como un caballo.
Canty, what do you think? What is the perfect first date? If you're talking about somebody who's fun, and you get dropped off at the end of the night, whether it's romantic or not, what do you look back and you say, that was a fucking fun date? Not because of the guy, but because of the activity. What would you say?
The activity, for me, it doesn't really matter. Like, I've done so many things. I think, like, I like to laugh. So
if you just went to dinner.
Like, we could joke around.
If you went to dinner and you guys were laughing the shit out of it and you closed down the restaurant laughing, that would be a good date.
Yeah, that would be a great.
What did Mr. Canty...
This is why me and Canty are just going to date each other.
What did Mr. Canty have to do to win your heart? Like, what was that moment where you said, this is the man for me to marry?
He was very persistent. Like, he wouldn't stop.
Like a rash?
Trying to get my attention. Yeah, I yelled at him and everything, and he wouldn't go away.
Like a stalker.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't to that extent, but it was like,
close.
I don't know. He was just very nice, and like I wasn't used to that because I'm very toxic.
Oh,
Does he have a freaky deaky side though that comes out sometimes?
No, we've already talked about this. No,
I know. I'm pushing your buttons, baby. I'm
super
getting
like
you.
nice and normal, and like
Wouldn't it be
completely
weird?
opposite
Wouldn't it be
to
weird if Canty totally took me seriously and she showed up on our doorstep tomorrow and she's like, "Okay, I'll come with you."
You
Yo te
should
quise
marry
preguntar,
her.
Canti, yo te
Bueno.
quise preguntar si de qué tipo de latina eres. ¿Eres de México o eres de dónde?
No, I'm Guatemalan.
Oh, ¿sabes qué? Yo trabajaba por un
My husband is Mexican though.
verano. Yo estaba trabajando en Chela. ¿Sí conoces
Dude,
Chela?
don't fucking ask her that. That's nasty.
A mí-
Hey.
ya. Me encanta, qué bonita la
Why
They
would
have,
you?
they have creams for that now, Tech. No one does the old-fashioned way they did in Mexico.
Yeah.
Mira, es mi paisa.
No,
No
it's
me-
like-
aquí en California no me da tanto, digo, oportunidades de hablar español porque los caras de nopal no hablan español. Las personas más oscuros que ha conocido no hablan ni una palabra en español. Le saludé a un señor que
Aquí
está
donde
trabajando
estoy
aquí.
yo, aquí
No,
todos somos latinos.
do not rub papaya on it, Canty. Do not do
Prefiera,
that.
porque mira,
¿Por qué?
aquí salió un señor trabajando
Sí.
en el Taco Bell y le avisé,
You're
dije,
so annoying, Jaffe. Shut up.
Oh,
dije,
really?
"Oiga, paisa."
Mucho,
Dije, "Oiga, paisa,
mucho
¿cómo
loco,
estás?"
Canty, y mucho, mucho loco.
Arriba.
Le avisé al señor que estaba trabajando y dije, oye, paisa, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te va? Y me dice, I don't speak Spanish. Y
I'm
me
the
puse-
worst. I hate that.
Pero me ves mi cara, yo no me veo que yo sé cómo hablar español, pero él tampoco me dijo, no, I don't speak Spanish, sorry, sir. And I was like, qué chingados, güey.
Why do the
Mames.
Spanish people have an exclamation point that's upside down at the beginning and then one that's right side
Why
up
are
at
you
the end?
bald? I don't like you
It kinda
bald.
makes
And then you take
sense
out
to
your
me.
fucking beard and it's super like, ugh, I don't like it. It gets me
Oh,
angry.
do you have nothing to masturbate to tonight, Canty? You can go back to VODs, video on demands. They'll be there for
You're
you.
so.
Are we?
¿Sabes qué?
Oh my.
You know
Canti,
we have
no sé
a.
si das nota de el color de los ojos del Jaffe. ¿Has dado nota? Son azules, pero como
No se nota. Pero como la piel lo tiene muy rojo, no
Yeah.
se nota.
Dile que se pone más enfrente de la cámara.
About 14-inch Hetsiotos.
Avísale que se pone sus ojos enfrente de la cámara.
Jaffe,
Yeah.
what color are your eyes?
Blue.
Blue.
I cannot tell at all.
Yeah.
Dígale que se pone
I can
enfrente de la
tell.
cámara.
Why don't you look into them closer, Canty?
Can you do a close up?
Yeah, sure.
Not opening your eyes more.
They
like
look
a-
blue like his shirt.
I can't use that word. You hate that word, right?
What word?
I'm not going to say it again.
I didn't hear you though. I have no idea what she said. What did she say?
Never mind, forget it.
Bunny-
I said bald.
What did she say?
Oh, bald. Bald.
I don't-
Yeah, he's very sensitive.
I'm not. I don't. If I was sensitive, why
Ever
would I?
since the diagnosis.
Why
it's
would I have
been
shaved my head if I was sensitive?
You said you did it for comfort. Does it look good? No.
Well, it's comfortable. It's comfortable.
Yeah, but it looks terrible.
Yeah, so what?
Oh,
What do I care?
it don't look terrible.
I don't care.
It looks terrible, Bunny. You have to be harsh with this guy.
Jaffe
You
is
need to
some
hear
face paint away from looking like a member of the Blue Man Group, says MK Nash. Hey, I'm down, man. Look, Canty, you have to understand, part of my sexual magnetism that you respond to is my apathy and is my devil may care attitude. That is partially, if I were to care about my hair, while you might like the visual of it, within 5 minutes you'd say this isn't the normal Jaffe. The normal Jaffe is someone who flies by the seat of his pantaloons, and that's part of what gets you moist.
Or so dry that it hurts.
No, no.
It's crumbling.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it hurts.
It's like one of those things you sharpen a knife with, that like pummel stone, or
Yeah.
you know.
Oh
That's what
my
it,
God.
you know.
All right, bye guys. Have fun.
What are you talking about? We were flirting. We were flirting our pants off. What's happening? Bye, Canty. Thanks, buddy.
Tech wins today. He's
All
great.
right, fair enough.
The best today.
Fair enough. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Canty. Thank you, buddy.
Bye, Canty.
Oh, Robbo, I know moist is a terrible word. I hate the word moist. Hey, it's Smaug. What's up, Smaug?
Moist.
Is that Jaffe of the Cincinnati Jaffe?
Well, I moved from Cincinnati because that part of the family is no good. No bueno.
I'm sorry, Jaffe. Didn't mean to bring it up. I'm sorry about that.
All right.
How you guys doing?
Good. What do you want to talk about?
Yellow no kafai.
Oh no. Speaking in Spanish now, Hui.
Did you guys see the James Bond? You see the James Bond trailer today?
Yellow.
I'm trying to avoid that.
You what?
That sounds very nice, Tech. I appreciate that. I'll take that compliment. I appreciate that, buddy. That sounds very nice.
It's Welsh. It's not even Spanish.
I'm Welsh. I'm not a Welsh speaker. Tech. I left Welsh speaking school. I went to English speaking school. I'm sorry, man. I'm a fake Welshman. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I haven't seen the James Bond trailer. I might look at it a bit.
Yeah, I like James Bond. I don't know if James Bond is still relevant. I mean, I know they're going to be making another one. Bunny,
stoked on James.
Okay, I was going to say, Bunny, you like James? I mean, you're like 30 something. You like James Bond? You know who he is and follow his.
Yeah,
stories?
I had an uncle that was like obsessed with James Bond.
Okay,
and made us watch all the movies. Yeah.
Hey man, I'm looking forward.
Bunny,
I'm looking forward to the game. It looks like fun. I mean, it doesn't
the
look.
Movies make bank like when they come out.
Yeah.
They make bank like they make loads of money.
Yeah,
you know
I like Daniel Craig, but I'm
fine.
I'm fine getting a new one. I'm fine getting a new James Bond. Fellas, watching the show. Watching the show right now. If you're watching me, Bunny, and Smaug and Tech, and you like what you're seeing, consider hitting the like button. Consider a membership, gifting a membership, donating some super chats. Don't put all the heavy lifting on Canty. She's a working woman, owns her own business. Success story out of Brooklyn, New York City. Don't make her do all the heavy lifting. If
They're making a Lifetime movie about Canty.
I thought it was Hallmark.
Oh, it might be Hallmark. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
she's a young vixen from Guatemala coming to the big city looking for love. And what she finds behind the dumpster at Bergendorf's, she never expected. This fall, Canty and Review Tech USA star in Kiss Me With Your Tongue, Big Boy. Christmas at Hallmark. Welcome home.
That seems like the conversations we were having earlier about the erotica. That's what it sounds like. Doesn't sound...
No. I understand you less than Tech when he speaks Spanish. I have no idea what you just said, Smout.
He's talking about the...
Sorry, man. I'll speak American English. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
I'll speak American English.
You're doing great. I understood.
I didn't I think it's a microphone.
It's just
thank you, Bunny.
All right. That's fine.
You look like Unbreakable era Bruce Willis. You look great. Right?
I really look. Let me explain something about. Let me explain something about being bald.
I'm Jaffable. That's you.
Yeah. Let me explain this about being bald.
Hey, look good. Look good.
Thank you. But it's all. It really is. I mean, it's super comfortable. When it's hot out, and it's hot out right now here in San Diego.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. I mean, think about. I mean, I guess you guys out there that put a lot of effort into the way you look, I guess you get a big uptick from that, right? Maybe you get tons of sex or tons of pretty privilege. I don't know what it is, but I appreciate that there's got to be some reason you're doing it. But what I can tell you is, for me, my God, the time you save and the stress and the effort. And I mean, I'm a kid that I used to go to junior high and I had a pimple and I would take makeup effects, like Hollywood makeup effects, and hide it. Right. I used to be very self-conscious. Somewhere along the lines, I lost that. And my goodness gracious.
You're blessed with a good head, though. You got a good head for it. You don't look out of place. You look good. You know, so you don't have to worry about that.
Senor Sculptor,
hey, Sculptor die, Sculptor die. Put an ice pick in the middle of his eye, and he thought he'd cry, but he saw the baby Jesus. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. That's the way we do it here. That's how we support the show. We appreciate it very much. Zero Dead, Electric Angel, Tracy, Tori Marie, and Michael Kitching have all joined at the beautiful, generous hand of Good Sir Sculptor Die, the Diet Soda Soldiers. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate that. Gabe McKean says, Salut, he's a deeply closeted gay man, and he's not coming out because he's deeply closeted. It's Norm MacDonald. Shut up. Thank you so much, Gabe McKean. We appreciate it. Very, very generous. Thanks, buddy. And Anna G says, no soy ricapero aquatines. I don't know what that means, but we love you. We love you, Anna G. What does that mean? No soy, rice.
Dice, no soy rica, pero aquí tienes.
Yeah, but what's it mean?
No money, pero here you go.
Oh, Anna G, old knucklehead. If you don't have the money, don't spend the money. I'm saying to people who have it and want to support the show. But thank you for that, Anna G. You're very generous. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, absolutely. So, okay.
Well, hold on, though, because I got something to say to all that junk that you just said.
What did I say? I don't even know what I said.
You was talking about your bald head and how you don't care and it's less time and blah, blah, blah. Then tell me how come when I wear my hair up, which is that is the equivalent of a woman shaving her head bald for the day because she don't feel like doing her hair. Okay. And then you were like, I don't like that.
I don't.
I don't like that.
I don't like it as much.
Well, I don't like your bald head.
But
Perdón.
Let me ask
I think it's dumb and I want to spit on it.
Okay, well, that I'll charge you for. But what I'm saying is, do you think... I don't think that you wear your hair up for me.
Well, I know.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what does it matter if I think it looks better?
What are you saying?
In other words...
I know, I was just saying, you see where you don't want hair out of convenience, but let a woman wear her hair up out of convenience. I'm just saying that you hate women again, mostly.
Well, just say that. Just
I don't know why you do that all the time.
Well, cut to the chase, because that's true. At least we can agree on that. Y'all are terrible.
Okay.
Y'all are fucking terrible.
Yeah, I kind of agree also.
Yeah. I like
quiso decir gracias al señor local Numenari que dice aquí. Me llamo Dr. Eggman, el científico más grande del mundo y pronto el gobernante más grande del mundo. Ahora presencia el comienzo. Ahora presencian el comienzo del imperio más grande de todos los tiempos. Gracias. Dame dinero, por favor.
What if our ratings on this show went double because suddenly our Mexican audience just exploded, our Spanish-speaking audience just exploded?
Yeah.
Por supuesto, es porque les estoy diciendo. Era dos razones por las que hice. Mira, los 150 por el canti-canti, pero también porque hay una gran audiencia de mexicanos o de colombianos o de los guatemalteños, todos que hablan español, para ver nosotros aquí en el programa del Madhouse.
Yeah.
Listen,
I completely agree, Tech. I completely agree.
Second that.
Addie Pie says,
say
this
that
show
myself.
has just become an embarrassing display of Jaffe trying to flirt with a woman way out of his league. This is, again, the thing you guys don't understand. You guys do not understand. And you never will, probably, because you weren't raised well. But let me explain this to you, Addie Pie. Do I flirt with Bunny? Absolutely. Absolutely. Do Bunny and I know...
Not when my hair's up, though.
Right. Do Bunny and I know that we're bantering and playing and everything? Absolutely. But here's what I'll tell you about flirting. Flirt with everybody. Flirt with women. Flirt with men. Flirt with women that you're not interested in. It's just a fun thing to do. You're the one that's attacking it and making it something. Look, everybody.
It's become stigmatized. That's the thing.
Everybody can look at me and know that if I were ever to have a chance outside of a scenario like this with a woman that looks like Bunny looks and is as clever and funny and smart as Bunny, it's going to come from my sense of humor, my intellect, or my money. That's it. Nobody's sitting around. You think I'm sitting around going, I think I'm the goddamn knees bees when it comes to fucking the best looking man on the planet? No. But what am I supposed to do? I'm just going to go.
What's wrong with? What do you think's wrong with you?
Not a goddamn thing. But I'm saying there
So
are.
what are you even talking about?
I'm responding to these guys in the chat. I'm bringing it up because it sounds like Addie Pie is like, you're out of my league. Is she out of my league visually? Oh, sure. Absolutely.
I don't believe in stuff.
I don't give a shit. I'm not talking to you.
I know, but I'm just saying it's kind of just stupid.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Do you ever see Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
Do you ever see Beauty and the Beast?
I have to paraphrase Jurassic Park, I have an obnoxiously overwhelming amount of self-confidence, right? I can counter my at best average looks with my charisma, my personality, my intellect, and my sense of humor every day of the goddamn week. Okay? And I'm good with that. I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
and you've got a great line as well.
Look, you guys, I am.
Está feíto, pero sí está feíto.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. We're getting fajitas?
Ugly,
Can I get my
feo.
fajitas? Fajitas means ugly? They've been selling
Feo.
fajitas at Taco Bell. Fajita? Ugly? Jesus Christ.
Just ask for a plate of uglies.
That's right. Yeah. Can I get an extra plate of ugly today? But yeah, no, I think, that's what I think. Yeah. But every woman and no woman is out of your league. Even thinking a woman is out of your league is you're already off to a bad start.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Like, what does that even mean? Are there women out there that are visually more, attractive? Of course. But
y'all would be so surprised to see what some of my exes look like. Y'all would be like, oh,
I've seen one of them.
We all have a shot.
I've seen the music video. I can smell them from here. Swear to God. Thought somebody had buried somebody in the couch. It's like, nope, that's just Bunny's
good
ex-boyfriend.
music, though,
I'm
right?
sure,
Shut up, Tate.
I know we were talking about it in the chat earlier about weird deaths. Those weird deaths.
Oh, yeah.
There's a image of Eliza Lamb. Have you heard that story?
No.
Oh yeah,
the woman
the
that got
girl
stuck
in
in
the
the
water
water tank.
tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the one from the
Nueva
Hotel
York.
Cecil?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Went up the elevator.
But what ended up happening there?
Creepiest footage.
But what ended up happening there was what? She was just like on meth or cocaine or something, and did somebody? I mean, they don't know if somebody killed her.
She had a
But
history of mental illness. Yeah, it's been a couple of years since I see the documentary, but the CCTV footage is some of the most crazy stuff that I've ever seen. It's just so unsettling.
do they have
horror
footage
movie
of her
come to life.
putting herself in the tank, or they didn't have a
No,
camera
it's the
up
elevator.
there?
So it's CCTV footage from the elevator, from the top of it, and you just see her doing weird movements as if she's hiding from someone. But
Okay.
it is so unsettling. It is compelling viewing.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
It's,
Yeah, we
it's
tried
very
to
similar
stay
to
there, but
the movie.
it's actually
Yeah.
shut down. They're renovating it, and it's right on Skid Row, downtown LA, so it's not a very safe place to go. What is
Yeah.
OBL? I'm a fan of OBL now, says Ricky. What's OBL?
That's my ex's band. My ex's group.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. The Cecil Hotel is where Richard Ramirez lived while he was the Night Stalker. Oh, we see something going on in
Yeah.
that place.
Something going on. there.
Something on in that
Maybe
goddamn
overlook.
place. Tell you what.
I
yeah.
think some other weird people had stayed there too. Some other,
Interesting.
I can't think right now. Other people that are people doing things.
I'm excited to try to get high this week and not get super high and see what that's like, because I'm so tired of people yelling at me. They don't understand. When I get high,
It's you that's doing the yelling.
what I'm saying
You
is,
watch back over them and see how much you yell.
what I'm saying is, when I get, the point is, I'm very curious because I'm gonna take like 4 hits and throw the pen out the door, so I don't have any temptation, and just see what that does. Because you guys seem to think it's a good. I was thinking about this. Sculptor Die says Madhouse Ghost Hunt live stream at the Cecil. We should have, looking back now, we should have faked the fuck out of the Madhouse on a hotel stream.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to do it because I kind of was like, I want to be serious about this, and I'm hoping we can discover something. But it was so nothing. There wasn't one. It wasn't even creepy. There was, that at that point we should have been like, if I were to do it again, I would be like, no, we're going to entertain the fuck. Like, I had this whole thing in my head. I was thinking about this as I fell asleep last night, and I was like, I mean, we would get in so much trouble, but it would be like me and Tech would go to the hotel, to the Whaley house, and you would be on the Discord in the hotel, and then something would happen, and you would kind of start screaming, and then the feed would cut, and then we would leave the Whaley house, and we'd come back in, and the door would barely open, and there's like a force pushing it, and you're like trapped on the bed, like a demon's possessing
I'm like
you and
between
shit.
the mattresses.
I'm like, we should have done the fuck out of that. I didn't think about
Yeah.
it because I was like, no, let's make this. Let's make
Well,
this.
we wanted something to really happen.
we
That
didn't
was the
know.
sad part. I stayed in that place by myself that night, and I was scared, and I was in there talking to them ghosts, and nothing happened.
Not a goddamn thing.
Nothing.
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed.
I'll tell you what, if
actual film, that's what it'd be.
If Keemstar wants us back, and I hear he does, then he will have to pay.
I can make that happen.
He will have to pay for
You
that
hear he
entire
does?
stream.
Wait, was that a joke?
No, I hear he does, and he will have to pay for that entire stream with Starlink, and that will be what we need to come back. If he really wants us,
I can make that happen, Jaffe. Are you serious?
I like how you're not speaking Spanish suddenly.
It's
Why are you
more
all
important.
excited? What are you so excited for?
It's more
Are you
important.
excited?
Busted Horn says if someone had gotten possessed, Madhouse would have over 1,000 live viewers. I know. I mean, I literally in my head last night, I'm like, how could we make it look like Bunny is levitating in the bed without spending too much money and without getting in trouble from the hotel?
Plastic wrap.
Well, I've seen.
We should do it and make it look really shitty. Like, let's go and make it very obvious we're faking it. That might be even more fun.
I know.
Dice Lalipai, don't ever go back to that shit show, Jaffe. Adipai, you want us to stay here and not go to locale? Drop a $500 donation. We love you.
If you and Keemstar are able to mend things, it'd be great for you. Well, I mean, it would be great for the channel, I guess. But you know, I don't want to go back until I know. You won't catch me back there. Not that they want us back, but if you wouldn't catch me back there unless I had for sure proof that a lot of the things some of those people were accused of is scripted. Because I'm not going to work with people like that that beat up.
You know what you need to do with Keemstar, Jaffe?
No.
You need to do the fights, like the YouTube fights.
No, I don't want to do that.
Fight between two YouTubers.
It should be Jaffe versus me.
I don't want to box anybody.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
If you kill somebody in a boxing ring, it's still manslaughter. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that to my
anybody.
I don't want to do that to my kid. No, I would. I would train like a motherfucker. I get serious about shit like that. I would train like a motherfucker for like a year. I would say, I want a fucking year to train, and you wouldn't recognize me. You wouldn't recognize me.
Keep it bald.
Oh, you goddamn right. Aerodynamic.
Bigger, more aerodynamic, yeah.
Stone Cold Jack Austin.
You goddamn right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. But instead of like the cans of whatever beer he had, it'll be Diet Cokes. Man, fantastic.
Good shit, man. Good shit.
All right, Smog. Thanks for calling, buddy. We appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
See you, bud. All right, man.
Bye, Schmerg.
A lot of people over there do want Madhouse back. It's too bad Jazzy's ego won't allow it. It's not my ego. I didn't cancel the fucking show. Fuck you talking about? Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, I think are we at our time, Tech? Not that I'm a clock watcher. I love doing this show, but I do need to do a couple things to prep for Cal's birthday tomorrow. I might stream some games later tonight. Unless somebody wants to donate another 50, we'll go another 30 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes to do it. You got to know you love this show. It's the best fucking show on the internet. I mean, it's the goddamn truth. It's the goddamn truth.
Especially if Keemstar's wanting us back.
I mean,
wow.
he won't stop calling. I
must
swear,
be
I
the
think
best.
he literally started doing flood insurance on me, thinking that would work. I'm like, dude, it don't work. You know. But you got banned for locale from promoting Madhouse, John Sulk. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. Does Keemstar want Madhouse back? Oh my God, I would. I doubt it. I was just teasing. I don't fucking follow that stuff. I do like the guy in the morning, the Tommy C guy. I don't know if he's hit any women. But I do think I don't know what his controversy is.
I've watched Tommy C for years and years.
Yeah, I think he's got a good show. I don't watch a lot of it, but he seems to be good on camera. But yeah, and after what Xylee said about me, fuck her, fuck that bullshit. I'm like, no, thank you, no, thank you. Go look on the community tab, says Locale. Okay. Like what community tab? On YouTube, you mean? Tech, you want to talk? You want to say anything?
You know, I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay. All right, fellas. Well, there we go. I guess that is the show for this evening. Go ahead.
On your community tab on YouTube.
What about it?
He posted something.
What is it?
Oh, people are posting stuff there. I didn't know.
Well, what's he posting?
Taking a look.
Posted.
I mean, I post stuff there, but
Well, yeah, I didn't know other people could post them.
I didn't either.
I didn't know this.
Can you hype live streams too? Somebody should hype our live stream. I don't know anything about all that.
Wait, the community tab on the YouTube channel?
I mean, that's just.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't even have a community tab on the.
I mean, I do, but it's just where I post post, right? It's just like
Yeah,
the
but other
last one up
people
there
can
is Madhouse returns to 5 nights a week.
Yeah, I see that. I don't see anything.
Amazing job, Tech, says Robbo. Thank you, buddy, on behalf of him. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Jaffe doesn't read our Discord. I do read the Discord. And I do read our community post on YouTube. I just don't know what you're talking about. Like, I mean, I'm there. I'm looking at it right now. And it's just the last thing I posted was Madhouse returns to 5 nights a week. And it's got about 17 people responding to that. Thank you, Robbo. We appreciate that. Hyping the last Holes video. But can you hype a live stream or just the videos?
I think it's just the video. Yeah.
Anna G says after it's posted, we can hype it. Okay. All right. Fellas, that has been the Madhouse. We will be back tomorrow at 5:30. California time, 8:30 East Coast time. Talking about another weird topics and strange things. I think we know what we're talking about tomorrow already, but we'll have to see. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. If you did, consider a membership, a subscription, hitting the like button, telling your friends, a super chat, a super thanks if you're watching after the fact. All of it helps keep us on the road to success. In the meantime, we'll see you. If we don't stream tonight, I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. I think, actually, maybe not tomorrow morning, but we'll definitely be back at 5:30 tomorrow. Be well, be safe, and we will talk to you guys soon. Tech and Bunny, what do you want to say to the good people? And let's do the top 10.
Gracias a todos por apoyarnos para ganarnos el dinero. Quiero fake fucking memberships. That'd be kind of cool, fool.
Okay, Bunny, what do you got? And then who's reading the top 10? I'll read it because nobody knows what the fuck you're saying, Tech.
I was going to say thank you, and I love you, and good night.
All right, here we go. Top 10, everybody. Top 10 chatters this evening. Number 10, Big Bad Johnny Sulk. Number 9, Good Sir Robert O. Number 8, Anna G. Number 7, Stoner Joe himself, David K. Number 6, Ashley's main man, Jay Styles. Get where you guys are going safe, please. Number 5 is Kevin Sal. Number 4, our very own Norm McDonald, Gabriel McKean. Number 3 is John Pond 9. Number 2 is Smaug. And sitting at the top, where a woman of her stature, beauty, and intellect belongs, is our very own patron saint of Madhouse, Miss Canty Canty. Thank you, Canty, for all the support. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for watching, being part of our community. We hope to see you tomorrow on the Madhouse. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
You have to kiss in Spanish, Tech.
Mwah.
Mucho moi.
El moi.
Did you say el moi?
Yeah. Yeah, put the L.
Yeah, that's what makes it. Yeah. Fair enough. Madhouse lives inside your soul. It eats you alive. Bunny Button, eating all of your lovin'. She likes the big bald motherfuckers, and she also likes
ham.
Bye, you guys.
And warm potato salad.